117.7. One side is occupied with $1,170 a month rent, and the other side is vacant. And that other side can get like 1,200. So you're probably looking at like 2,350 bucks a month
Okay.
in rent. The only thing is, I'm waiting to get the lease agreement because I'm not sure if the tenant is month to month or year long. But I do know that the owner pays water, so I did account for that. And if you account like let's say $150 for that, the cash on cash return is still 28%.
I think roof and windows.
Look at that.
I think roof and windows are going to be requested to be replaced by the buyer. Look closely at these things right here. So I'm dropping some screenshots in the chat right here. You can see just kind of deteriorating wood. It's not in terrible condition, but this is stuff that they care about. Any word on 274? Mike, let me call on 274 here. I've just got my. I'll bring you up, Mike, and remind me about that in a sec because I got to focus on Andrew's call right now. Very, very grateful. Big fan of your organization, guys. Wow, that is amazing to hear. Somebody's a fan of our organization because my biggest fear here is that we are not organized. I'm really, M Forbes, we'll bring you up and see if you have any questions here. Can I get a house signed if it's going through probate? No, has to finish probate before you sign. Probate is, and if you're not familiar with probate, guys, it's the period of time in which somebody passes away. They don't have a will. They don't have like, you're going to get this property. And it has to be determined who's going to get their assets, right? So that takes some time, and that will definitely cloud title. M Forbes will talk in a sec. Mike will talk in a sec. I just need to do this call with Andrew. Sorry for the delay, Andrew. Go ahead.
Yeah. The only thing about this home is that it's an Orange Park, but it's not the nicest. It's probably in a lower income area. His estimate's about 223. It's a low equity scenario.
Can we get an address?
Yeah, 514 Valderia Drive, Orange Park.
Yeah, I have multiple of these calls to do today, guys. So you're going to see some seller calls. We're going to answer some questions. We're going to do some negotiations. Valderia Park. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So O's 218. Her name is Samantha. She owns. She understands like what you do. She wants you to take it over.
Dope.
She does have a $12,000 lien on it. I told her I was like, you have to come up with that $12K.
We can negotiate it, but yeah, and then it negatively cash flows. Is it like a 5% rate?
6%. So I told her I was like, she'd have to come with $12K, and she was like, well, if I was to do that, then what would the offer look like? And
if she were to say, I'm not coming up with the 12K.
No, if she came up.
Oh, yeah. Gosh, yeah, damn. I mean, it's a solid house. You're right, though. It is pretty lame. It's like one of those cinder block Jacksonville houses. Is Orange Park near Jacksonville?
Yeah.
Nice. The houses look the same.
Yeah. So I don't know if that's something you think we'll be able to move, but
well, we'll call just to show people that it's done. Okay, so guys, we're gonna get this. Here's the conflict here. We're gonna get the seller to give us their house right now. So right now I'm gonna get the seller to give us their house. There are photos on Zillow if you'd like to see. Address on that is 514 Valderia Drive in Orange Park, Florida. What's the problem? Well, the house is a lower income house. And what do I mean by lower income? Well, it's just, it looks like this. So it's a house. Yeah, it's a house, but it's like your starter house. It's a starter house is what I'll say. And the problem is, it's in one of those areas kind of like Detroit. It's like a step above Detroit. Jacksonville, Florida is kind of like not great in terms of just how people view it. And for that reason, it's a little bit harder to find a buyer to buy a $0 down house. So yeah, I can get the seller to agree to give me their house in Orange Park, Florida for free. I just don't love what the exit strategy might look like for this. But we're going to have a conversation with the seller right now and see what we can do. And then we'll take some questions, and then we'll do some calls, and then we'll take some questions, and then we'll do some calls. So you want to send me her number? Hello. And guys, I can't, if you're posting links in my chat or saying, Richard, what do you think about this house? Remember, that's for Hold My Hand Wholesale. I'm happy to review your deals and Hold My Hand Wholesale. By the way, we're if you're just joining us now, we're going to be doing a free house call. I'm going to jump into this right now. And is Sam a woman?
Yeah.
Sam is okay.
She said Sam or Samantha.
Samantha. Okay. Here we are. I had to go for the energy drink today. I was just so tired.
Hello.
Hi, Sam.
Yes.
Hi, my name is Richard. You were speaking with my assistant, Andrew, about the Valderia Drive property.
Yes. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you as well. So, what's going on with this thing? I just pulled up the property. I see the photos here on Zillow. You're looking to sell?
Yeah. Basically, I'm active duty military. I moved to Texas about a year ago. I was trying to keep it as a rental property. But being so many states away and trying to juggle that and nursing school and military, it's just getting to
Oh
be a
my
lot.
gosh. You say active duty military and you're in nursing school.
Yes.
Oh my
So,
God. Yeah,
at
you've
this
got a
point,
lot
having
going
the
on.
house, it's not good for my health keeping this.
Oh yeah, gosh, I'm selling like 4 of mine right now. I'm such a tired landlord. I honestly, these things kill me. But yeah, and then beyond that, I mean, your rent's like 1,400, and then is the mortgage around like $1,500 to $1,700?
Mortgage is about 1,600.
Okay.
And rent goes for, I mean, I just had tenants in and they were paying 1,800.
Oh, well, I'm drastically off. Okay. So you've got a little room there. Zillow is telling me 1,450, and I was like, oh, okay, I guess that. But all right, 1,800 rent, if not higher. House is in perfect condition. Assistant told me something about a lien on this property.
So I do have a second lien. It's due to basically when I first bought my house, I was told about this Hometown Hero program in Florida, and they sold me on it paying for my closing costs. Me being 21 when I first bought my house, didn't look into it much, didn't realize that it just took my closing costs and tacked them on to the end of the lease.
That was a great idea. No, but that was a great idea. I'm serious. I legitimately think that was a good idea. I take over these pieces of debt all the time. So the way that we do these deals is we just essentially have somebody come in and pay your mortgage for you. They're just going to take over the debt that you have. So it's not, I mean, it acts like a sale. It's going to feel like a sale, but legally speaking, it's not a sale. And that thing's only due if the property sells. So what we're going to do is, let's say you got married to somebody who is not as talented as you are. They don't have as much income as you. They don't have as much going for them. They're just a deadbeat. Let's say you're like, you know what? I'm going to get married to a homeless guy, but he doesn't have the income to qualify for your mortgage. What you could do is you could put the house in a trust or an LLC, and you could add that guy to the ownership of your property. And effectively, your spouse would then become the owner of your property with you. That's essentially the same thing that we do, but with somebody who wants to actually live in the property and pay the debt off indefinitely. So it's kind of like adding an owner that's now responsible for the payments rather than selling it, which means you don't actually have to pay off that lien. That thing can stay in place and it'll be paid off at a later date whenever this person sells their property.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, this is totally fine. We deal with this all the time. It's kind of similar to like a solar lien or like a HUD assistance program or an FHA assistance program. Like there's really no problem with that whatsoever. So yeah, what I would say here is we just need to figure out what price to pay for this. What were you looking to get on it?
I mean, I honestly haven't thought about it much.
Okay.
My worry has more been getting it done quickly.
For sure. Well, I would say here, if we could find an end buyer for this who wants to live in the area, which is a pretty big area, in theory, you could be out of this situation in 30 to 45 days. But of course, we have to find that person first. Zillow's telling me estimated value is 223, but they also just lied to me about the rent. So I'll run that by you first.
I've had Zillow also tell me that the property is worth 230. Roughly, if I'm having someone take it over and take the lien over as well, I'd be maybe looking for including the lien, including everything.
Yeah. Just whatever the house might be worth. We can comp it out.
235 is probably my deal number would be.
Got you. Okay. Let's just go ahead and see what neighbors' houses are selling for here. So neighbors' houses look like they're going for, well, there's a plethora of lower sales here. You've got a 198, a 201, but you also have a 258 as well. So I think it kind of just varies based on the condition. So if you got 235, and then on the owed on the property right now, is it 218 plus the 12K, so around 230?
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. So if you listed this for 235, which is a bit above market value, I have two different estimates. I have the MLS estimate from PropStream at 207, and then I have Zillow's estimate at 223, but we'll say 235. So if you list for 235, your realtor is going to give you a little bit of a good deal and probably take 4% instead of 6%, which would mean that you'd walk away with around 225 if somebody doesn't negotiate. And they're like, hey, no negotiation, I'm just going to give you your asking price. So in a normal scenario, you'd probably have to bring about 5,000 to the closing table to sell this. I think we could probably just have the end buyer pay all your closing costs, but that end buyer is probably going to want to get into the deal for $0 down. Otherwise, they're thinking, well, I could just put down 3% on an FHA loan, kind of like you were able to buy this property. So if we're going to make this appealing to them, we've got to give them a reason to do it. And I think the reason is, well, hey, you could just take over the debt for as it stands right now, and we'll have that person pay the closing costs for it, so you won't have to bring that 5K to the closing table.
I'd be willing to do that.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm a wholesaler in this scenario. I think you follow the page, so you know what I do. I'm going to kind of leverage the following and see if I can find somebody to take over the debt here. So I'm going to send you like a 7-day option contract, which is not the actual, like, we're under contract, it's selling contract. It's simply a contract that says, I'm going to look for your buyer on these terms. And if we find this person, you can decide whether or not we want to move forward. And I'm only going to take 7 days of your time to find them. And honestly, I don't know what's going to happen. I will say we've moved these deals many times in the past, but typically on like slightly larger, like slightly more desirable properties, if that's okay to say, you know, like maybe 2-story, 3-story houses in like Orlando, Florida. Right.
Yeah.
So, you know, we've done these before, and the more desirable the house, the easier it is to get done. But I'll shoot my shot, and I won't take more than 7 days of your time to see if I can find somebody.
Okay.
I'm going to send you that agreement. Feel free to look it over. I'm going to highlight everything in yellow that's like a variable, meaning things that I've changed. And the rest of it's just going to be like lead-based paint disclosure stuff. And then I'm going to take 7 days to see if I can find somebody. And we'll just be in contact during that time, and I'll let you know how it goes. But you won't have to bring any money to the closing table.
Okay. Thank you so much.
All right. Just text me legal name of the owners on this property. This is my cell phone, and then your email, and I'll go ahead and get that over to you. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Thanks so much. Talk soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Well, that was easy. Kind of no resistance there. Kind of got the method out of the way in the front. Yeah. Well, this is not a legal sale. It's going to feel like a sale, but we're going to actually put your property into an entity and have somebody else step into that entity for $0 down. So I'm going to talk about two things right here. This is going to become a YouTube video, but the two things I'm going to talk about are, one, the significance to you. If you live in any market anywhere and you just heard that phone call, I want you to know that you can do the exact same thing. I just got her to sell me her house for $0 down. You understand? She's not going to take any money for the sale. She said she wanted 235, but then I took her 235. I applied the regular scenario of a realtor selling the house for her, showed her that she'd have to bring 5K to the closing table if she got her asking price. And then from there, I pivoted. We pivoted. And I said, well, in a normal scenario, if you're going to lose 5K on the sale, well, we could do a little bit better than that. We can do $0 down for the sale. So I effectively found a nice way to say we can do $0 down. And if you live somewhere with people, you can do the same. You can do the same. Trust me. I mean, we're probably going to do this 1 or 2 more times today. As to whether or not I'll find a buyer, maybe not. Maybe not. I have somebody in mind right now who I'll call and see if he's interested. I'm not really sure if he's interested, but we'll call. Anyways, Andrew, I just got that. She said yes. Yeah, she said yes. What was the second thing I was going to tell you about? The second thing I was going to tell you about is killing me. I had a second. Keep it rolling because we're going to do the contract. I'm going to share my screen on the contract. You can show these guys on YouTube. I think you should make this a 10-minute YouTube video, because we just got her to agree to a free house, $0 down, which is literally solving the housing crisis for anybody who learns this strategy, what I did just now. And then beyond that, we can put this in American Dream Project to show those people how we did this. And now I'm going to share my screen on the contract.
Camera looks great.
The other thing is, guys, this doesn't go in your debt to income ratio when you buy it. You don't, no DTI, nothing like that. It's invisible. This is fully invisible. So it's just like, I forgot the second thing I was going to say, but what I do want to highlight very much so here is how much of an amazing solution this is to the housing crisis in the United States. You know, if you're in a situation where you can't afford a property, yes, you can, because you pay rent already. The payment here is $1,600. The rent is $1,800. You already pay that rental figure, but you could put this into property, and then one day that property will be paid off. And you understand the significance of having that property paid off? It's your retirement. Right now you rent, and when you're done renting, there's nothing. There's just a pit of money that you've dug into the ground. Whereas here, when you're done paying off your mortgage, well, the house is worth $225K right now, but in 30 years, when the mortgage is gone, that property, well, it will probably go up to $800 to $1 million. It's not in the nicest area, but in 30 years, still probably $800 to $1 million. And you can live off of that. Like, you can sell that, and that's your retirement. That's how our parents conventionally retired. Unfortunately, we don't have that available to us anymore. Why? Well, minimum wage has federally stayed the same since 2007, and meanwhile, housing values have gone up like 7 or 8 times, right? So it's not great. It's not great. We're in a scenario where income does not match the value of housing in the United States, and there's very little that we can do about it except this, right? So the point is, if you live somewhere, we just got the seller to agree to a $0 down house. There are $0 down houses where you are. And you can use this strategy to, instead of flushing $30K down the year in rent, down the toilet each year, to build equity and reduce your taxes. It's just an amazing thing. And you hear the seller's perspective of things. Well, she'd normally have to bring money to the closing table and deal with that lien. You know, somebody says has nothing to do with minimum wage. What do you mean? That's the problem here. I give you an example. Keeping the minimum wage federally the same impacts other sectors of income as well. So minimum wage is the baseline, and that's where middle class is kind of based off of, right? That's how we know where middle class is, based on the very minimum. Anyways, I have a degree. I've got a degree in business administration. That degree is worth about $55K per year, right? It would be worth more if minimum wage had been steadily going up year after year after year after year after year, right? But it's only worth $55K a year. Now, I live in a regular area, Portland, Oregon. Portland, Oregon has maybe a median housing price of $475 to $500K. Median housing price in the United States is $475 to $500K. I could not, with my degree, afford a property. I couldn't. And that's a big problem for people. That's a really big problem for people. And this just solves that problem, you know? So economists agree that if minimum wage had been steadily increasing year after year after year after year, things would be much more affordable, right? It's pretty straightforward. Anyways, we're going to do the contract for this right now. And that is also pretty straightforward. God, I had such a good point that I wanted to drive home here. I had such a good point. It was the second thing I was going to tell you, but I just can't remember it for the life of me. Oh, how to make money off of this. So a lot of you are here for wholesale purposes, right? A lot of you are here not because you want to buy free houses, but because you want to wholesale houses. So I'm not the buyer here. How do I make money? Well, if I found a house in your hometown and I came to you and I said, hey, you could get this house for $3K down, and it was just $3K down, would you give it to me? I just negotiated $0 down at the seller. Now I'm going to you and saying $3K down. Doesn't go on your credit score, no debt to income ratio, no qualification process. You'd probably give me $3K. Well, about 3 weeks ago, 5082 East Diatomite closed. I sold it to a buyer. He gave me $7K for my position. So you can wholesale these, but as I told the first guy who was on stage, they need to be relatively desirable. And this thing is not relatively desirable. It's fine. It's a fine house in Orange Park, Florida. We don't have any problem with it, but it's close to Jacksonville. If this were in Orlando, you guys could absolutely get yourself a 5 to 10K check off of one of these. And if it happened to have a good interest rate, like 5%, oh, beautiful. Perfect. Okay. So I'm going to do the contract now. No more yapping. I remembered the second thing I was going to say. You can also wholesale these. Tyler says, you're killing your father, Larry. What does that mean? I think Dad's doing pretty well right now. Okay, address. Here's the address, Valderia. There it is before it was renovated, guys. Isn't that interesting? Pre-fix and flip. This thing got flipped and she bought a fix and flip. And this is the property pre-fix and flip. I'm sharing my screen with everybody on Discord. I know TikTok can't see it, but I've got this group where I share my screen, and so you can see everything I'm doing, including the contract process if you ever wanted to beat your odds of not being able to afford a house. Most Americans can't afford houses. Most Gen Z can't afford houses. I don't know. I'm gonna go Times New Roman, 12 font. So I'll dictate to you exactly what I'm doing if you're not watching my screen share. I'm essentially putting in the property address. I'm putting in the purchase price. She owes effectively $230, and we're giving her $0 down, so it's $230,000. Approximate existing first mortgage. Hey Andrew, what's that first mortgage? Is that 218? What's that first mortgage? Is that 218?
Oh yeah.
218, and she said 12 on the lien.
Yes.
It's an assistance program, so we can just take him over. We don't have to pay that off. It can stay in place.
Okay.
Yeah.
She offered to maybe.
No need. It's an
Does that
assist.
closing costs?
She's. I didn't have her pay closing costs. I don't want to go back to her. We just had a good call. I think she's my age, dude. I think she's 23, 24. Yeah. No. We don't. She's a veteran. She's a nurse. We don't need this woman to bring closing costs to the table. Approximate existing second mortgage, cash at the close of escrow, 0.00. Seller's name. She's sending me her name. Her name's we don't need to say her name. She's got a lot going on. She's an active duty and in nursing school. Whew, I'm never gonna complain again. That's the last time I ever complain. We don't need to put that there. We don't need to put that there. And then I'm going to try to sell this thing. I think I've got a buyer in mind. So if you're here for the wholesale side of things, like how to make money with a couple phone calls, I'll try that as well. I'm almost done with the contract, guys. I'm just putting in some stipulations here. This contract defaults to Texas because we do so many of these in Texas. I'm switching that to Ohio, and then in the very bottom, there's a inaccurate date that we should change. This is August 27th today. Yes, this is not a pre-recorded live stream. Okay, maybe I'm weird for this, but I never do energy drinks. You guys never see me do an energy drink. This is fire. This is actually so good. This is very good. I feel like I could make it. I feel like you could make a pretty fire ice cream flavor out of Red Bull. Okay, so contract is done. I'm going to go ahead and sign this. And then I'm going to send this to the seller. So I drag and drop it to my desktop. God, that damn Toledo, Ohio seller is ghosting me. What's the point of asking me for an offer if you're just going to ghost me? Man, just decline my offer. Just say no. Don't hit me up 3 months later and say, hey, Richard, I was just following up. Like, bro, we were going to do the deal 3 months ago. Why don't you just tell me to piss off? Like, you could have just said, no, not interested anymore. And then I would have been like, okay, cool. No worries. But no, he's going to come back to me in 3 months and say, okay, I'm ready now. Sorry, guys, almost done. I'm just putting in initials on this contract here. There's like 10 places to initial. It's almost like we get one of these every single day, guys. It's kind of insane. Kind of crazy numbers. Every day we get something like this. Whether it's cash deal, creative deal, whatever that may be. I'm just going to say, well, here's the contract for me to market it for 7 days. It essentially outlines a potential buyer taking over your debt for and they pay closing costs. And then I'm going to send this to her email as well. So email, boom, boom. Hello, please find a signed copy of our agreement below. Regards. Let me know of any questions. And then that's going to go to her. Boom, boom, boom. Done. And then we'll grab her email. Oh yeah, she's literally the same age as me. It's the same year. She's got a house too. I guess that's the benefit of being a veteran. Come on, computer, you're gonna work. You got it. You're gonna work, aren't you? Oh my God, you're not gonna work, huh? Killing me. All right. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and add her to my contacts. And then we're going to see if we can sell this thing. Okay. So here's a potential buyer. He's bought a couple of these off of me. Let's give him a call. Yeah, you could do it from the Philippines. It's feasible. I've done it from the Philippines. I go there every year. I contracted Joanne Street when I was in the Philippines with Sora. Sora first showed that to me over there. All right, buyers unavailable. New 0 down house. If you're interested, Orange Park FL. It cash flows a little bit too. That's going to be, do I have my Bluetooth off? Is that why it's doing that? I can't seem to copy and paste. Huh. That's really frustrating. Almost ready for more calls. We have a cash call after this. So that was a creative finance call. We've got a cash call after this. Tomorrow at 2 p.m., remind me to follow up with Valderia Drive owner.
Okay, I added it.
Okay, we have that there. And then boom, boom, boom. And then I can market it when it's signed. Thanks for your time, Sam. All right, next call. Cash deal for my personal fix and flip. This is a house I'm looking to flip myself. I'm going to share my screen on it right now. This is on Tyler Street in Detroit, Michigan. Potential profit, $55,000. Seller has countered my 70K offer at my 60K offer at 68. I've countered their 68K counter at 65. We're following up today to see if we can get that done. I'm going to be honest, I would probably yield at 68 because it's a great deal. Here we go. Andrew, you can pause or you can keep it going. You could pause the camera if you want. You could pause camera. I think it's good. You have a property for sale I want to do a deal on. Where is it? Willito, where is
Your
it?
call has been forwarded to voicemail.
All right, he's not available. I'm gonna say any word from seller on 65K counter. Okay, next call. We have a call with a private money lender. This is an individual who's offered me $1.2 million to purchase fix and flips and to renovate them. And my business partner has a fix and flip that he'd like to buy, and I'm going to extend those loan terms to him. I'm pretty excited to have this conversation with him. I'm not sure if he's available, but this guy just has maybe a stock portfolio that he can get money against, and he has 1.2 million at 6%. He wants to lend it to me at 13%, which sounds terrible, but if he's funding the entire purchase price and rehab, that's totally fine. Full purchase price, full rehab. I do 15% right now for my private money lender who does the same thing. So this is a little bit better than the current one I have. Now, the property that we're calling on right now, well, I guess we're not calling on this property, but the property that we're looking to flip is Trinity Street in Detroit. We want to pick this thing up for about 76,000. And yeah, we're going to call the private money lender and see if he's down to fund it.
Richard, what's up, man?
Hey, I've got a deal. I just wanted to tell you a little bit about it if you had a moment.
Yeah. What's up?
Great. Yeah. So are you near your computer?
I am, yeah.
Address on it is 16155 Trinity. 16155 Trinity.
Okay.
And that is in Detroit, Michigan. We just had the property inspected, and we've got a rehab budget of 55K. And the ARV is really, really solid on it. It's got a pretty provable ARV at around $205,000 to $210,000. And I'm going to send you some comps. But we've got our rehab budget. My business partner and I like the deal. And we're approved at 76 from the realtor right now. So I just wanted to reach out and see what funding would look like and how we would move forward with that. I understand how to move forward with the title process. That takes at least 12 days. So I just wanted to kind of see if there was any constrictions or hurdles that we had to get over if we were going to work with you.
Yeah, I just haven't done all the research yet, and I haven't, done this private lending before. I just have access to this capital, obviously. But how exactly how does the process work with your other lender, for example?
Yeah.
And how is he confident that he can trust that everything will go smoothly, essentially?
I wonder. My lender has been looking for more capital to lend out. He has a really great business here, but his lines are often tapped, and he's looking to lend out more capital. I wonder if I could kind of partner you with him so he could put those protections in place for you, because he puts a lien on the property and he pulls the comps and he makes sure that it's an actual deal. And he works with the title company, and he has a whole process surrounding this, but he's just like you. He's a guy. He has 4 friends, and their entire business model is to lend out their capital. And I think that he would probably want a point or two, meaning that he might want a percentage of the interest if he's going to be working with you and guiding you through the process. But the way that I would say if we did it just solo is I would send you the comps. I'd show you as much evidence as I can for my liquidity, my credit score, the evidence that this is a good fix and flip by the comps, the contractor's scope of work. And then if that made sense, you'd essentially just wire the funds to the title company, and my transaction coordinator would keep the rest. But if you're looking for a more thorough procedure, I could probably connect you with a guy who's already doing this, and you could just chat with him or potentially work with him in the future. I don't know.
Right. But if you do this with individual lenders, is there some sort of contract that you sign, I'm assuming? Or
me and this guy, I don't think we actually have a contract that we signed, because he's just like you. He's a follower of me. He just kind of put his trust in me, and he wired the money in, and we've closed some deals together. But I'm so happy to sign anything you'd like me to sign. And we could even have AI draft up an agreement for us that just outlines the terms of the loan, how long it's going to last, et cetera, et cetera.
So he just essentially sends you the 100K and just has enough trust in you.
Well,
that
he
he'll
doesn't
give
send me 100K. That's not how it works. So he.
No, I mean the title company. The title company,
Yeah.
obviously.
So like on the last house we purchased together, 16176 Tracy. The purchase price on the house was 70,000. It's actually in the same area as this one. We're mid rehab on it now, but the rehab budget was about 55K as well. And I got a check in the mail for 55K, and it came from the title company, not the lender. And there was a lien recorded on the property through the title company. He just granted me a mortgage on the property for a 6-month period of time, with an extension clause if we run out of time. So I honestly wish I could answer more questions about this private money lending business model, because I know it sounds bad. But I could connect you with this guy, Dan, and you could be like, hey, what do you do when you're doing this? And he might pitch a partnership to you. You don't have to say yes to that, but he has been looking to raise capital to continue to lend it out. But I wish I had more answers. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm super down to do this deal. I just need to make sure there's protections in place. That,
For sure.
You know, I'm not just willy-nilly sending out 100K.
No, yeah. I get that.
TikToker.
I think the best thing I could do is connect you with him, or you could do some research on it. But yeah, I think there should be a contract. I think it should definitely go through the title company, and any sort of vetting information you need from me, we could send that as well.
Yeah, that's perfect. Why don't you connect me with him, and then we'll move forward from there.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna shoot him a call really quickly, and I'll put you guys in a group chat together. I just got to see if I can set up a conversation between you two guys.
All right, sounds good.
All right, talk soon. Bye-bye. Okay, so that's an interesting question. You know, you guys are seeing me raise. Oh my God, the seller just signed. The seller from the previous thing just signed. That's crazy. But you're trying to raise capital right now, and jumping through the hoops to raise capital, and I don't really know how to do that. So I guess we're gonna connect my lender to him and just be like, hey, what do you do on the back end of this? If you got a deal, you can show me on Hold My Hand on live with me. Hey, Dan. Doing well. I have an interesting situation here, but I think there's a way for you to benefit from it. I've just run into a guy who has a stock portfolio of $1.2 million, and he can pull that money out at 6% and wants to lend it to me for fix and flip purposes at 13%. I mentioned that you were looking to raise capital and that I didn't know if there was any synergy there, but perhaps there was. And he said, okay, is there a contract? And I said, honestly, I don't recall Dan ever sending me a contract. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. But I was wondering if I could connect you two guys to chat about that. And the potential angle for you to talk to him would be, well, maybe this guy's willing to work with us on some of the lending. But I would hope that we could keep it kind of within my network, like me and my business partner, because we want to pick up a lot more flips. But he just doesn't have the infrastructure in place or contract knowledge. He's never done it before. He just has the liquidity.
Well, we can earmark it just for you.
Okay, cool. Yeah, because I have I've got like 2 or 3 individuals who are looking to flip pretty heavily with me right now. We've got actually 2 projects to close on right now with it. So we would spend like 200 up front, but he just doesn't know like how this private money space works. And I thought I would connect you guys.
I'd really appreciate it. That'd be great. And yeah, like if it's a situation like that, we could completely just earmark it for your purposes only.
Dope. Well, I'm live right now. I wonder, can I merge him into this call? Because I'd love to hear what you guys talk about on this. Like, it's fascinating to me, the private money space.
Yeah.
Okay, let me merge him in really quick. Is this interesting to you guys? Do you care about this stuff? I feel like this is very valuable to this. Is this, let me know if you're like, I want to see real estate. Because this is part of real estate. This is called raising capital.
Hello.
Hey, I got my lender on the other line. He's down to talk right now. Are you cool if I listen on the conversation? This is just really interesting stuff to me, and I don't know the answers to your questions, but I'm kind of looking to learn.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, I'm gonna merge you guys in right now. His name is Dan. He's out of Ohio, and he does this business at scale, but not with a corporation, just individuals, so he knows. So I'm gonna merge you guys in. Hello, can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Perfect. Dan, this is John. John was on my TikTok live stream. I want to say a couple days ago, and he shared with me that he has a portfolio of around 1.2 million that he's interested in lending out to specifically me to close real estate transactions for fix and flip on a short term, like maybe 6 to 12 month loan. But he asked me about the infrastructure surrounding that and the contract and the protections, and I just wasn't able to answer his question. So I thought I'd connect you two to see if he could float some of those your way and see if there's any sort of synergy here as well.
Yeah. Hey, John.
Yeah. Hey, Dan. How's it going?
Not bad. Not bad at all.
So yeah, I was just kind of curious as to the process of going about this private money lending in a sense of how do you make sure your capital is protected and will be returned. Sounded like Richard doesn't sign any sort of contract.
Well, maybe I do. Maybe I do. I don't remember. He worked with my TCs.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we'll do all of as much protection as we can. I mean, full title work is done. Obviously, those we put a mortgage and an actual note. We actually put a note on there. Require homeowners insurance, things like that. So yeah, we are putting a mortgage on title, and getting homeowners insurance and a personal guarantee. And I mean, most of these hard money or private money contracts, possibly, and ours do, have a cognoted note that we get up front that we can take over a property if there's any type of default, but we've never had to do that, or hopefully Richard's never going to do that, but or make us do that. But I mean, like, those are the things that we get as protection. Beside that, I'm not really sure what type of protection you're really going to get, as everything's a little bit of a risk. Are you lending out of a self-directed IRA?
It's a liquidity access line that I'm using, so it's an account that is worth 1.2 million, and I can borrow against it at the 5% essentially.
Yeah. I mean, as far as like any protections or risk mitigation, I mean, again, like personal guarantee, an actual note, full title work, and homeowners insurance. I'm not really sure what we can do other than that, and maybe on top of that, I'm sure we can have borrowers get surety bonds, so that they don't just skip out. But I mean, we haven't done that yet, and I don't think most do. So
Like he lended. Sorry to interrupt. You lended to me on 15820 Merland, and that was one of my last fix and flips. That closes next week, and he should get his funds back for that. So we have a little bit of proof of concept on this, but of course, there is going to be some inherent risk here. But I don't know if I signed any contracts with Dan. However, I'm happy to do so if we were to engage in an agreement here.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I mean,
we're just gonna flip Merlin then, right?
Well, Merlin's already flipped. Merlin's already done. That thing's.
No. I mean, we'll flip it into another. You'll flip it into.
Oh yeah. If I was hoping to use John on this one, but I have another one. I have multiple that we can close on right now. So I wanted to do one with John to start, and then maybe we do the other one with you. But yeah, I just wanted to connect you guys, and I'll give you each other your phone number so you can text back and forth, just in case you want to use his procedures to continue to lend to me, because we want to flip as many as like 3 to 5 every 2 or 3 months or so.
Okay, yeah, that sounds great. I'm just gonna do a little more research on my end, and then if everything checks out, I'd be okay with moving forward.
Cool. Well, let me
just put us on a text.
Yeah.
I'll get you any information or share anything that you want on the back end. If you have anything further, no problem at all.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll put you guys in a group chat together, and yeah, hopefully we can make something happen here.
Okay.
All right, sounds great.
All right.
Cool.
Talk
Nice
soon.
to meet you, John.
Thanks. Nice to meet you.
See you guys.
Yeah.
Bye.
Sure. Bye.
Cool. Dog, this is private money. It's relationship based. I can't it's beyond Dan. It's just a guy who follows me on TikTok and has seen me doing deals, and he's like, "Hey, I'd lend to you." But you know, it's the most coveted type of money that you could possibly get. So this is definitely something I hold close to the chest. Yeah. So that is one of the most rare calls you can possibly have right there. This is unbelievable. So right now I'm having to go through a hard money loan process for my business partner, Chris, and it's just a mess and a half. It's just a terrible, terrible mess. And, you know, day trading is a quick money scheme, not real estate. We're not trading here, guys. There's no day trading. That's not what we're talking about. Use your brain. Anyways, it's just the ultimate type of phone call that you could have. I've never even had a call like this before. I've never actually raised capital like this before. It's never happened. I've always wanted to, but I've never been able to. And what is the significance of this? Well, normally you have to jump through all of these hard money lender hoops, show your income, your credit score, your debt to income ratio, the comps, the appraisal, the scope of work. You got to meet the contractor. Then we're doing this in draws. So you only get 25% of the rehab money at a time. Whereas here, he just gives it to me, just funded, done, paid off. And it's essentially infinite. It's infinite money for me. And what I mean by that is, shit, there goes my Instagram audio off of a random call. Instagram, I'm restarting. I know the audio just cut out. I'm restarting. Anytime I get a call, my Instagram audio cuts out. Oh, please, please, no calls. Please, no calls. Don't call me again, please. Please don't call me again. I'm just going to wait 10 seconds to see if they call me again because I have to restart the live if they do. I know TikTok has audio, but yeah, private money is it just allows you to flip with no hurdles. Being able to flip houses with no hurdles is amazing. Of course, you need the other pieces in place. The other pieces are you need to have a good contractor, and you need to be able to identify a good deal. Anyways, we're going to restart this live stream. So the individual who's got the house that they want me to make an offer on, I'm going to type this into my search bar. Okay, Edinburgh, Texas. Let me just look at your house really quick to make sure you're not in the middle of nowhere. Hold on. Ooh, that's hard, man. Yeah. I don't think I could find a buyer for that, dude. It's just too deep. It's like you're kind of in farmland, like you're surrounded by farmland. It's just hard to find buyers out there, man. The house needs to be kind of in a desirable location for me to do that. So unfortunately, I can't. How did your first flip loan go? I damn near defaulted on it, and I had to pass it off to another investor and do a value trade with him in order to not default on it. That's how the first one went. Second one, over budget. Third one, success. So third time's the charm. I failed twice, and then on the third try, we were able to get it done. First one got scammed, then that's why we almost defaulted. Second one, didn't assess the rehab right, picked the wrong property, single family to duplex conversion, over budget. Third one, good. Takes some time. So I'm going to connect these guys. We have John, private money, and then we have Dan, lender. Hey guys, thanks for the call just now. Really interesting stuff. Dan is here and John is here. I think the best angle is John working with Dan through his procedures, but just working with that. I think the best angle is John working with Dan through his procedures, but just working with my team using these funds to avoid higher risk. Let me know. Okay. All right. Well, that's good news. I'm going to make a call. So while we were having the private money call, it looks like the seller of Valderia just got back to me with a signed contract. Did we really just get that Dog, this ain't signed. Ain't no signature on here. Hey, I'm gonna say, hey, looks like your edits didn't save. Save. Contract is blank on your end. Okay, so first things first. Do we have anybody who lives in? Let me just find out if we have anybody in the live stream who lives over here, because we might have a free house for you. Orange Park, Florida. Anybody live in Orange Park, Florida? Orange Park. I'm going to zoom out and see where we are. Orange Park, Florida. It's outside of Jacksonville. Eli lives in Orange Park, Florida. Eli, I just got a house for $0 down in Orange Park, Florida. And we also have Vacay who lives in Orange Park, Florida. It's fully renovated, great condition. The layout of the property is going to be 3 beds, 2 baths with 1,000 square feet. I'll show it to you right now. This is the house. I know it's not like the nicest house in the world, but it's a starter house. And you can own this indefinitely outright. So here's the property. I'm just going through it. There's your kitchen. House is fully renovated. Now, guys, this is probably the only time you'll ever hear this opportunity ever. I will give you my position in the contract for $3K. That's it, $3K. So I will give you my position in the contract for you to own this house for $3K. So if we have anybody here who wants to own a house for $3K down, there's no qualification, there's no credit check, it doesn't go in your debt to income ratio, you get to own it indefinitely. This is the only time anybody will ever offer you a real estate purchase where you do not have to qualify for the loan and where you can only put $3K down. It's the only time in history that you will ever hear it. The purchase price is simply what she owes on the mortgage, which is $230,000. So she owes $230,000 on the mortgage. There's no qualification and there's no credit check. You're simply making the payments on her mortgage and she's transferring the title to you, right? So we just got the seller to agree. She's just trying to sign the contract right now so we can sell it. And the address is right here. So if you're interested, this is it. There's no back taxes. Her monthly payment is $1,600. The rent on the house is $1,800. So you're paying below market rent on the mortgage. So the difference is this. In 30 years, when you guys rent, you will have paid on average $1,700 a month for 12 months for 30 years, which is 360 months. So guys, this is going to be staggering, and I need you to take a breath as I say this to you. Over the next 30 years, you're going to pay $734,000 in rent. Actually, is it more than that? 360 months. 360 months, and you pay how much per year? 1,700 times 12. We're going to multiply that by 30. Sorry, 30. 612,000. Sorry. So over the next 30 years, you guys are going to pay $612,000 in rental payments. And that's assuming the same rate for 30 years, 1,700 for 30 years. So in reality, it'll be much more than that because remember, rent goes up year after year. But I just want to let you know, you don't think of yourself as ever having $1 million, but you will sink $1 million into rental payments. You will. A lot of you already have. If we have anybody here who's 40, 50, 60 years old, you've already paid $500,000 in rent. You've already done it. What do you have to show for it? Huh? Nothing. You have nothing to show for it. You have credit card debt to show for it. You understand? So here, if you had paid that monthly payment on the mortgage, you'd have a fully paid off property to show for it. And in 30 years, a house like this will be worth $800,000 to $1 million. 800,000 to $1 million, not 800 million. You understand what I'm saying? So that's the value of owning your property. So owning your property provides you with retirement, right? So I'll flip my screen one more time. I'm gonna stop talking about it after this if we don't have any takers. But this is the only time in your life that you'll ever see an opportunity like this. And that's not like a sales pitch. It's true. We got this house for $0 down. Hell, we'll take $2K down, you know? But this is homeownership for $2,000 down. Pretty crazy. Monthly payment, $1,600, interest rate, 6 point something. We'll figure that out in a bit. Big Deals 1111 says I'm interested. Big Deals 1111. Where do you live? You live in this area? This is Jacksonville, Orange Park, Florida area. What do you think, Big Deals? Where are you at? If you're in the area and this is actually something you want to do, we can make it happen. So we got a potential buyer right here. Usually these buyers, yes, not too far. Somebody says, I'll drive tomorrow and check it out. Great. Okay, cool. We have 2 potential buyers here. So here's what I'm going to do. Can you guys, I'm going to have you guys DM me your cell phone number and then we can have a conversation. So you guys are watching me do a wholesale deal in real time, selling to retail buyers. So we have 2 interested parties, big deals, 1111. And then we also have Dave 6083 who's interested in this. That's great. Hey, Andrew. Fuck. Give Andrew a call. Jesus Christ, fix your phone. Yo, can you come over here? Can I take it if I don't live there? Yeah, of course. You don't need to live there. It cash flows. The payment's $1,600. The rent is $1,800. Tenant in place is at $1,800. And yes, we can sell it to you for $3K down. So we have 3 potential buyers for the deal you just sent me right now, and it's already under contract. She's agreed and she's signing. We have Dave. I don't have access. I deleted TikTok on my phone, so I needed to. Can you grab these usernames right here? On your phone, you might want to. Yeah, because we got some. Because my assistant is gonna vet you guys, just to make sure that you're interested. What do I mean by vet? I don't need your credit score. I don't need any of that. He just needs to make sure that you're interested. I'm on Discord, but I think it was the first to say I'm interested in that deal in Florida. Oh, we got multiple interested people. Andrew, okay. So scroll through these comments really quick. Andrew's just gonna grab your guys' info. Sorry, and I'm gonna call this potential buyer here because we do have a potential buyer on the horn. We can just switch these 2 here. We'll just switch these 2 so they can keep watching from a good angle. But yeah, if you scroll up, we have big deals 1111. Well, you shoot him a DM. Just shoot him a DM. You can send him your phone number and start talking to these guys. And then the next person who's interested in this is we have Dave 6083 willing to drive there tomorrow to check it out. We're selling this for $3K down, by the way. Dave 6083 username. He has no profile picture. Perfect. You found it. And then can I take it if I don't live there? We have Tanner Waldrop as well. Tanner Waldrop is interested. Yes, it does cash flow, guys. Your payment $1,600. Her last tenant paid $1,800. So it does technically cash flow a little bit. So perfect. Tanner, you're getting a DM. And then is the $1,600 principal interest, taxes, and insurance for $1,600. And then there's no tenant in place. No tenants in place. Okay. I think that's all of them. I don't know if Gabe K is interested. Maybe Gabe K is interested. But yeah, we're going to call a potential buyer here who did just hit me up and say that they're interested. I just got a text from somebody, and then maybe we can sell this in. I mean, what is this, guys? This is taking a cold lead from sold wholesale deal in 30 minutes. Yeah. Keep recording. Yeah. So guys, we got the wholesale deal contract signed. She just sent it back to me, but the contract was blank because she didn't click save, but she was trying to sign the contract. That's why she sent it back to me. We just got the offer accepted. She's signing the contract for $0 down. And we're talking on TikTok to people who live in the area about selling this. And we have like 3 or 4 interested parties right now. One of them just texted me and said that they're interested. So they have my phone number somehow. So I'm going to give this person a call. And this would effectively be taking a cold lead, never spoke to this person before, to under contract, to sold, all within under an hour. It's a rarity to see on the internet. It truly is a rarity to see on the internet. And it also happens to solve the housing crisis. So I'm going to call this guy right now. Oh, we got another one on Instagram. Another one. Orange Park, Florida, by the way. Come over here, Andrew. We got another one.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I am well. Hi, Richard. How you doing?
Doing well. Would you mind turning the volume off on the live stream so that we don't have an echo?
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Sure.
Vacay says, "Can I sell mine?" Yeah, put your address in the chat. My assistants or submit it to the link in my bio. There's a link in my bio to sell it. Okay, so you said you're interested. Do you live in the Orange Park area or close to that area?
No, I go back and forth. I lived in Florida for 20 years, and I do actually have my family who lives in Orlando, so we're all over the place over there. We go there often.
Perfect. Okay. Well, yeah. Do you want to go ahead and you're not in the area right now, so you can't go check out the property. Okay. Well, great. Yeah, we're just selling this for $3K down. The title and escrow fees to transfer the ownership into your name, they usually charge us $5 or $6K just for title and escrow. Now, that's not money that goes to me. That's just to transfer ownership into your name. So I would say all in expense of buying this house, probably about $8K down. Your mortgage payment is $1,600. House is fully renovated. In fact, just got fixed and flipped. Owned by a veteran. I'm not sure if you heard the call. And it rented last for $1,800. So if you wanted to put a tenant in there, you might make a little bit of money as well.
Okay, yeah, definitely would be to put a tenant in there for sure.
Okay, perfect. Well, yeah. Is this something you want to jump on right now, or do you need some time to think about it? Because we do have like 3 or 4 other interested parties, and I'm happy to move it to you immediately. But I just wanted to gauge like seriousness or interest, because to be fully transparent, most of the time I have one of these calls, the next day I try to contact them and they're just completely ghost.
Absolutely, I get it. Trust me, I'm part of your community here, and I see it all the time. So I'm definitely not one of those that's gonna ghost you. Sure.
Perfect. Okay, awesome. Well, the seller's just about to sign the contract. Do you want me to get it assigned over to you?
Sure, why not? Let's do it.
Okay. All right. Well, let me go ahead and get this together, and we'll send you an assignment agreement.
Perfect. No, I'm looking at you right now. I see your face. So
It's just the easiest wholesale deal I've ever done. You know, I took the seller from a cold lead to an interested buyer in like, I don't know, 35 minutes.
Just like that. That's why you're the man.
Well, it worked. Okay, and then text me your name and then email it's assigned to you.
I actually texted last week about to you when you were like, bye.
Yeah, I remember. Well, hey, now we're doing a deal. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Bye-bye. Bro, are you kidding me? That's crazy. We gotta talk about.
Yeah, he's listening to you too.
No, dude, I'm sorry. I didn't think there'd be a frenzy. It's Jacksonville. I didn't think there'd be a goddamn frenzy. Holy shit. So who is this? Who is in the chat right here? Who did we just talk to? Somebody from here just somebody from the live stream. Who was that? Oh, it's Lisa. It's Lisa. Look, there she is. See, I told you I gave it to the Discord first. We'll hold these people's back. So for everybody who's like, God damn it, I wanted that thing to know is that 90% of people who tell me they're going to buy my wholesale deals don't buy them. I'm just going to put that out there. Lisa, no shade. I think you're going to perform. We love you. You're great. But 90% of people who are like, I'm ready to go, as Andrew knows, they're just saying words. So Andrew has your information. He has your information. If you did want that opportunity and you're still looking at that opportunity, great. We are DM me. Say, hey, Jacksonville property. DM me Jacksonville property or Orange Park property, either or, and Andrew will save your information. And Andrew, this will be how we sell deals from now on, you know, because if we did this elsewhere, we can just, and in fact, I've got another call like this right after. So let me call the seller and let her know we have a buyer already. She's going to be like, what? Yeah. Crazy work. Actually crazy work. And we got this filmed too, bro. We got the whole thing on video.
Yeah, and this guy said, keep me locked in case it falls through.
Yeah. Do keep him locked in. Like seriously, because I'm serious. It is 90% of people say that they're gonna. Crazy. Wow. Well, this is just unbelievable right here. Interested seller, interested buyers, connect 3K like that. And we'll give Andrew a cut of it as well because he facilitated. So you're Lisa W, and guys, you know,
I'm a man of my word. We said 3K. Obviously, we could have upsold right there. Obviously, we could have said, well, I've got so many interested parties that we're going to go for 5K now, and we'll just put it in. No. We'll stick to the 3K. I'm happy we're getting it done. So this is Valderia buyer. And then Lisa, I'm going to get the Zillow link over to you if you haven't seen it already. And then I've accomplished my goal for the day, and we'll just take questions. We'll just take questions on anything you guys are interested in seeing. So there's the link, Lisa, if you're curious about it. And then okay. All right, now here's the absolutely insane moment where we tell her that we just sold it. Watch this. I'm going to call the seller back right now and tell her we sold it. I hope she picks up. For content purposes, I hope she picks up.
Hello.
Hey, we just found a buyer. I just went live on TikTok and told them about the address and the location, and we had like 6 people hit me up at once, and we just agreed to work with one of them. Her name is Lisa. She's in my community, but we're actually good to move forward. I know that was quick, but we found someone.
That's exactly what I wanted.
Yeah, I'm kind of in awe right now. Like I was thinking, oh well, this location is fine. I think it's good, but I just go live on TikTok.
It's a developing area, so I mean, I see why people would want to, but I didn't think it'd be this quick.
Right. Neither did I. And I was live on TikTok, and I was like, you know what? We'll just mention this. We'll just mention that we have this opportunity and see if anybody's in the area. And somebody was. So yeah, I'm gonna put you in a chat with my transaction coordinator, and we could probably get this thing done now that we have somebody in like 20 days or less. That's usually how long title takes.
Okay, that's great.
Great. I will put you in a chat with Lexi. She's my TC, and I'll just prep her on the situation, and we'll go from there.
Is she just gonna shoot me a text?
Yeah. I think her daughter's in the hospital today, so she's off right now, but we'll have our assistant TC get back to you pretty soon as well.
Okay, thank you so much.
All right, talk soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.
I cannot be outdone. I'm sorry. Pace Morby, that's just, you're the master of live deals, dude, but I've been live for 45 minutes, dog. I'm not even excited about the money. The money's like, after I split that with Andrew, I'm going to get like 2K off this, but dude, are you kidding me? You just saw a wholesale deal from start to finish. Cold lead, contract signed, buyer frenzy, talk to buyer, buyer's ready to go. What? You don't understand how rare that is. We always get yeses from a seller on the stream, but the last yes that we got on the Toledo properties, bro's ghosting me. Because that's how it goes half the time. Seller signs, buyers about to sign too. Now we call the TC. Seller reached out wanting to do this. Yeah, Matt. So yeah, when I say cold lead, I mean to say I had never spoken to her before. This is the first time we ever spoke. She reached out and said, I want to do this. You're right. That is true. Because of the content I make. But, when I say cold, I get it. It's different meaning in different sales. But I guess I say we've never spoke before. Is Toledo available still? Different types of deals. They have down payments. They're for investors. Wow. I'd love to talk to my TC right now. Her daughter's in the hospital, so I feel like she won't pick up, but I'd love to talk to her right now. I slapped my leg so hard, there's a red mark on it. Look at this. Look at that. The excitement. How long until you see that money? 20, 25 days. That's the unfortunate part. That's just real estate for you. How do you get leads, Zillow?
Your call has been forwarded.
Stick around. They'll do a Q&A session. Stick around, okay? So we're going to put everybody in a chat. Maybe Clarissa will respond. Maybe Clarissa. Let me call Clarissa. She's backup TC. Why are you so excited about 3K? Oh, there's a lot to explain. My Discord makes more than that each day, but I'll explain to why I'm so excited in just a sec. Let me finish this call. How do I get your account working again on Hold My Handle? So just re-sign up via the link in my bio. TCs are off right now. That's okay. Let me put these guys in a group chat, and then I'll explain why it's so unbelievably exciting. It's not about the money. And I'm not even making 3K. I'm going to make 2K because my assistant sent this to him, and I'm going to give him 30%. We do when he sends me a lead and I close the lead, 30%. I want to be your guest, please. Well, join Hold My Hand Wholesale. I'm bringing people up on stage in a second. I can't just bring up anybody. Okay. And we had a private money call today. How absurd is that? First hour of my stream, private money, and a wholesale deal start to finish. Holy. Okay, Lisa Valderia buyer, and then Sam Valderia seller. Sam Valderia seller connected with Lisa Valderia buyer, connected with Lexi TC, connected with Clarissa. Hello, all. Meet Sam, seller of 514 Valderia. And then we have backup buyers ready to go as well. It's crazy. And Lisa, buyer for the same address. I spoke to Sam 45 minutes ago about taking over her debt, or about finding somebody to take over her debt on this property. We found Lisa in the Discord, and she's buying the position in my contract for 3K down. I signed with Sam at 0 down, so it's a 3K assignment fee to GT Properties Group. And then I'll explain the importance of this deal momentarily. It's not about the money, as I said. God, I wish we could get our TCs to get back to us, but they're off right now, understandably. So Valderia. Ugh. I'm going to send this to you on DocuSign. Still showing no saved edits on my end. Damn, my DocuSign is down, bro. How do I show her how to do this? Oh, here's another deal calling. Damn it, but I lost audio on Instagram. I got to restart that. Hello?
It's Bill Adams returning your call.
Hey, man, how you doing?
Good. How about you?
Doing well. Yeah, I just wanted to see if we had heard anything from the institution that owns this.
So, they know about your offer. I don't have
They're just thinking on it.
Yeah, I mean, they're thinking about it.
Okay. All right. No worries. Just shoot me a call whenever you hear back.
I will.
All right. Talk soon. Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Yeah. Oh, Pam, that would be great. Let me bring you up, Pam. Oh, Pam, thanks. Yeah, I don't know what happened to my DocuSign account. Yeah, huge. Pam, thank you so much, dude. I'm going to sign it to you. Okay. Let me send you the contract, Pam. That's so helpful, Pam. Thank you so much, dude. That's mega helpful for me. because I would have had to like
No problem.
reactivate my DocuSign account. There it is. You're sending it to, and then let me send you information on the seller really quickly. Come on, copy and paste work. Yes, working. Okay, there's her email and legal name for her signature.
Okay, I'm send it to her right now.
Huge. All right, we'll talk, dude. Thanks so much for that. I appreciate it. I guess just stay on stage and let me know when it's sent.
Okay, gotcha.
All right, talk soon. And Lisa, yeah, we're gonna get this done. Still on board, Lisa? Okay. All right. Rabbit sign or DocuSign? Okay. We're gonna say wholesale Q&A. God, there's a okay. What's YouTube looking like right now? 28 people live. Oh, that sucks. Whatever. Okay. Well, I think I'm good for today. I'm just gonna see if there's anything else I need to do. I'm just gonna record that this deal happened. We're gonna turn that yellow, or we're gonna turn that green. Skipped every single thing in my CRM straight to green. Sold to Lisa in the Discord for 3K down plus closing costs. All right. And then my TCs will get back tomorrow. And we're going to say Lexi, Clarissa. I just did a deal start to finish in 30 minutes. In 30 min. Seller signed and buyer is in chat with you at 3K down on FL house. And I'm just going to call the seller right now and let her know that this is coming through. I'm just going to give her an update on this. Hey, sorry to bother. It's not saving on my end, so we're just going to send it to you through a signing platform, and you can tap through that on your email. It should be there in like a minute or two.
The DocuSign?
Yeah, it might be through Rabbit Sign as well. DocuSign or Rabbit Sign. I'm having an assistant send it.
Totally fine. I can get that done in like 10 to 15 minutes.
No
I'm at work,
worries.
so I'm trying to juggle both at the same time.
I'm so sorry.
No, you're totally fine. You're fine.
No worries. Talk soon.
Okay, thank
Bye.
you. Bye.
Seller is signing in 15 min. Then we can draft assignment to Lisa. Lisa, can you hear me right now? Yeah, absolutely. Happy to check that out. If Lisa's in the chat, would you mind sending me your name or LLC or personal name that you'll be taking it down in? Because we still need, for the assignment agreement, we're going to need your name and email, Lisa. Oh, damn it. I keep getting calls, man, and it ends my audio. Ugh.
How you sounded to her?
Oh, thanks. She'll sign in like 15.
Sent over.
Damn. Every time I get a call, it just completely deletes my Instagram live streams audio. Man, that's hard stuff. All right. I'm spinning right now. I'm spinning. Let's see. Is there anything I've missed here? We have it written down in the CRM. Is there any calls I've missed here? Anything important? Yeah. We're going to call the Toledo seller. Want to buy my house near Austin? Submit it to the link in my bio. There's a link in my bio that says have Richard buy your house. We'll review it and get back to you guys. Okay. So I just have maybe like one more call, I think. One more call. And it's going to be the Toledo seller. He's been ghosting me, man. Third day of follow-up.
Too many rings. Doesn't sound good. My CRM is simply a Google Sheet.
Please leave your message for
Damn, bruh. I'm going to email him because maybe he'll see an email. Okay. Well, I'm gonna do Q&A now. So I've done everything I need to do. We did it's built in 2021. Only thing is I'm competing with all the new builds. Well, yeah, we can totally help you out with that. Absolutely. So Miranda, would you submit it to the link in my bio? I have to do the Q&A now, but we could probably do a call with you tomorrow. Okay. So we could probably call tomorrow if that's okay. So Miranda, submit that to the link in my bio and we can do that. I just have to do this Q&A now, and yeah, we'll go from there. Quick bathroom break. Give me 45 seconds, guys. Hey, Richard, I have a question about a seller telling me he charges $500 wholesale fee. I don't know what you mean the seller charges. You can't wholesale if you're the owner of the property. 500 to wholesale it? Google Drive is only. Yeah, I think it's moving forward, Doug. Yeah, I'm gonna go to the bathroom really quick. I'll be right back. Give me 45 seconds. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, dude, that should be a short. Make that a short, the call, and then if you can, maybe you can make it a 5-minute short. Make it a 5-minute short, doing the wholesale deal start to finish. Okay, we're back. We're back. Lisa Valderia buyer, what is she saying? Okay, cool. Sounds good. Just respond in chat and note that you are Lisa the buyer. Okay, cool. All right, Q&A time. I'm going to stop doing deals and I'm just going to answer your questions about flipping, rental properties, free houses, wholesale deals, cash deals, creative finance, calling sellers, whatever it is. That's it. Yeah, that's yeah. Now, if you're wanting to learn how to do this process, if you're like absolutely floored by what you just saw me do, great, me too. I was going to explain why this was so significant. The model that I do, or I claim to do, to get these checks, these are all assignment fees. They range anywhere from like, I don't know, $1,500 all the way up to like $30,000, $40,000. And that I do to get checks like that, or I should say claim to do, is wholesaling real estate. Now, everybody on the internet who's selling something says that they do it, but they never show themselves doing it. You know, I say I can get free houses, but does anybody actually show themselves getting free houses? No. So not only did I just show that process, but my entire platform and making money off my platform and my offering is based on
whether or not it's real. And we just showed the ultimate proof of concept. So the significance of this is not necessarily the 3K that I made. It's that I showed you that I legitimately can get houses for free, and I legitimately can make $3,000 in 30 minutes. You know, it's so rare that somebody on social media says that they're doing something, sells access to how to do it, and then actually proves in real time with the address and the call that they did it in real time. It's like catching yourself red-handed in the best way. You caught me doing exactly what I say I do, and it worked. And it's a beautiful proof of concept moment for me to say, yes, you guys can do this as well. Yes, you definitely can do this as well. Anyways, we teach this in Hold My Hand Wholesale. The link is in my bio if you're a fan of evidence and addresses and real calls. So I think the first person we were going to talk to today was probably, well, Sora, we were going to have a conversation, but I noted that the windows and roof looks a little bit rough. What do you think? Sora, you here? Vermont, doable. I've done Connecticut. Sora doesn't look like he's here. Next we have, I want to say Mike was next. Mike, what's going on?
Hey, brother. How are you?
Sorry, I didn't catch that. What?
I'm sorry. I was just saying, how are you doing?
Oh, great now, man. I was so fed up with my diet before this, but now I'm just like on cloud 9. This is great.
What's your calories at right now for your diet?
Yesterday was 2350, but sometimes it goes all the way up to 2,500 calories. My maintenance fluctuates between, like, if I don't do any activity, like 2,800 and like maybe 3,500 if I do like a lift and cardio.
Yeah, my carbs have been at 140 this whole week, bro. I'm just starving. But anyways, you're supposed to call Quaid, please, for 274.
Oh yeah. I think we do have a client for that. Can I buy a PDF from you on how to do this? Man, PDF. We do in person. We do live classes.
Hey, Richard, Sora, is it okay if you can tell Quaid about the deal I showed you too?
The roof and windows, man. That's going to come up.
It is okay. So it's not worth sending it to them. You think? Because I have a video of the insides of the vacant unit. It's very clean.
I bet.
You think it's not worth it?
Well, no, it's not that I don't think it's worth it. It's just that I know that that's going to come up, man. Like the pictures I posted in the chat in the beginning of this stream, like that roof is definitely at the end of its life. Those windows are definitely at the end of their life as well. Like the wood is like splitting on the windows. So I we could do something like that, but seller concession is the name of the game. But honestly, it might be too much for them to want to fix that, because that's, I would say that's closer to like a really super cosmetic fix and flip where we just do roof and windows like I did on Merland than a rental property. But what we loved about Joanne Street, why Joanne Street was so perfect is this, dude. And you remember even stuff issues came back on Joanne Street these are brand new windows, brand new siding, brand new roof, right? And it still came back with issues. So when we see splitting wood on windows and we see a roof that's kind of like smooth and peeling a little bit and gutters hanging off a little, we're like, okay, a lot's going to come back. And it might even be too much for a concession to the point where they're like, man, I don't want to jump through all those rehab hurdles just to get this thing livable. But I bet your cash on cash is great. I bet the interior is great. It's just that these buyers are a little bit finicky. However, if you cold called some buyers on Buy Box Cartel, there might be another story there as well. That rhymed.
Yeah, I feel it. Yeah, sounds good, man. I just want to run it by you. Thanks a lot, man, for everything.
Yes, sir. Sorry, guys. I've learned their buy box pretty effectively now, and condition is paramount. Paramount. Yeah. And whoever had that Austin house, send it to me. That Austin house, submit that to the link in my bio. Thoughts on hold? Hey, how you doing?
Hey, doing well.
Following up on the Akron deal, that dupe or triplex that we sent with the 36%.
Still do not have a buyer for that one.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. No worries. And then, I guess your team, I talked to your TC today, is scheduling inspection on, East 74th and then a walkthrough on Donald.
Yep, I've seen that communication going back and forth there in a WhatsApp chat with Harrison and Jack. Got it.
Yeah, I heard about fire damage on Harding. Sorry about that, man. The agent just, they tell us it's turnkey.
Yeah, definitely. It was not turnkey, but all good.
Ugh, I know, frustrating, man. I'm so sorry about
But it
that.
was weird because they sealed off the attic too, so like you couldn't even get into the attic.
They didn't want anybody to, dude. That's crazy that they just lie to us about that stuff. Ah,
Yeah, I mean that happens all the time.
yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, we've got that one, and then I have more in Cleveland. I have a. Oh wait, actually, somebody picked up Parkgate. Sorry, that got eaten up in Cleveland.
Okay, no worries. We got East 74th and Donald.
Yeah, East 74th Donald, and I'm about to look at a ton of other deals, so I'm sure I'll call you back. And I think Merland closes next week, right?
I believe so.
Great.
With Mason, yep.
Excellent. Exciting. Well, I will probably put some more deals in front of you today.
Nice. Can't wait.
All right. See ya. Bye. That's the buyer that we filmed with yesterday. Yeah, sorry about that, Mike. Nothing right now, but they find new clients all the time or clients that haven't seen it yet. So I'll continue to follow up. We'll try them on. Let's give them another call tomorrow.
No worries, bro. Actually, we'll be flying to Dallas tomorrow, but I'll follow up with you on Monday. Either way, the seller's trying to fight the previous buyer because according to the previous buyer, he's under due diligence, even though they're not going to buy it. And this seller wants his EMD because this guy didn't perform. So they're going to hash that out meanwhile. So I doubt he'll close September 10th. The buyer told Sherwin he wasn't going to buy it unless we negotiated. But anyways, I'll follow up with you Monday.
Yeah, we'll keep calling. Dude, Facebook groups. Utilize your Facebook groups. Those are powerful too.
I'm actually trying to blast it again on iBox, but what's her name? Aricia? What's I forgot.
Araceli.
Oh, Gracio, the support.
Oh, Gracio, yeah.
She has there's a ticket going on because I couldn't upload pictures. So once I get that, I'll blast it out again.
Yeah, I think Akron and Ohio real estate investing Facebook groups would eat this thing up, man.
Okay, I got you, brother. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Talk soon. Bella says thoughts on wholesale in Hawaii. Bella, I've seen one deal happen in Hawaii, only one. And it was a crazy deal. It was a $46,000 assignment fee, or maybe $42,000 assignment fee. But somebody had a low equity. Mora did one. We had a student named Braden Tinkman or something. We don't see him too much anymore. But this student named Braden got this house under contract, a condo in Honolulu. And it was a 5% interest rate, and he had 20 or 30K down. He sold it to his buyer for like 60 or 70K down. And this buyer buys a condo in Honolulu, Hawaii that doesn't cash flow with a high interest rate for a $40,000 assignment fee. It was unbelievable. I was like, I've never seen anything like this. And then that was when I learned something about Hawaii. It's so desirable that people will make crazy decisions. Like to get their hands on something like that. Like if you're in a market like New York City or Hawaii or Los Angeles or like somewhere crazy on the beach in Miami, people will make ridiculous decisions to buy your low equity houses. So looks like Juan did one as well. I don't know about it though. And then Jaden and all the other people who are trying to understand this, Hold My Hand Wholesale is $20, dude, and it's linked in my bio. You just go through our courses, show up to class, it'll all click for you within 2 weeks. Next is going to be probably Mr. M. Forbes. M. Forbes mentioned that he was new here, excited to get his first deal, and that he liked our organization. And I was like, no way, you think we're organized? That's crazy. Thanks. So I wanted to bring him up and see if there's anything I could clarify for him about the community or how to get started here.
Yes, sir. Hey, thank you, Richard. I appreciate it. So basically, I've been, a couple weeks now going through the course, hitting Zillow hard, trying to get my first deal. My question is this. You answered a lot through the live stream today, but I've been running into a few property owners who have multiple liens on property. Do you do creative finance deals when you run into that?
Yeah, all the time. In fact, we just had a seller with a lien. That seller with the $12,000 lien is actually a mortgage assistance program, and it is effectively a lien on the property. Any mortgage is a lien. So mortgages are liens. It's kind of interesting. So absolutely. However, if they have a mechanic's lien, that's different. A mechanic's lien is due on sale. So if you don't pay your contractor to do something, they'll throw a mechanic's lien against your property. That's not something that can be financed at a later date. That has to be paid off at the sale of the property. Whereas other deals, we can subject to the debt. What I mean by subject to the debt is leave it in place and just kind of keep it attached to the property, as we're doing with this loan assistance program on Sam's property that we just wholesaled in front of you.
So liens, it kind of depends what type of lien it is. But if it's a lien that can't be taken over, meaning it's not like an assistance program loan that's due on sale, you'd
Trust
have
acquisition, right? Can you go that route?
Well, it depends the type of lien. If it's a mechanics lien, no, that's going to need to be paid. And it just depends. Like, so liens, if it's a negative lien, it needs to be paid. And what is a negative lien? You stole from somebody who performed a service for you. You didn't pay them, so they liened your house. As if it's a positive lien, meaning that the HUD department gave you a loan assistance program during COVID, and you have an additional loan on your property, we can take that over. That loan is not a negative lien that needs to be paid right now. It can be paid at a later date. We can just sub to the loan and take it over. So it depends on the lien. Did you get the lien because you stole from somebody, or you have a violation from your HOA, or did you get the lien because it's a loan assistance program, or it's a solar panel lien, right? Solar panels we can also take over. It just depends what type it is.
Right. My only other question is this. So to grind out my first deal, I was thinking, and correct me if I'm wrong, going after a cash deal would probably be best. I have boots on the ground in Florida and Georgia. I personally live in PA, so I can't wholesale here without a real estate license. But I have people in Georgia and Florida. And my question is, do I have to get inspection done myself, or does that happen after I submit contract to you guys?
So you'll never have to inspect. In the wholesale deal that I did just now, the person who would inspect would be the buyer. The buyer is the one who cares about the condition. Okay. You're just connecting the two parties together. So when you say you have people in Georgia, you have buyers in Georgia?
So I have like boots on the ground, like contractors, and people who would be able to do that kind of work if I wanted to like fix and flip. But right now I'm just looking to wholesale so I can build up a little bit of a fund and then be able to buy my first rental property. So that's my immediate goal right now.
Okay. You say you want to do a wholesale deal first, or you just want to jump right into rentals?
No, I want to do several wholesale deals first. I want to master the wholesale model, and then I want to move into buying and holding.
So here's what I would do. I would pick a common market for us, like say Birmingham, Alabama, or Memphis, Tennessee. Let's say you're going to look in one of those markets or both of those markets. And the reason I say one is because I want you to find some buyers first. I'm going to go to my buyers list, and here's what I'm going to do. I actually showed somebody this process on a one-on-one today, and I think it's a complete game changer. So let me show you two.
Awesome.
So this is actually my recommendation for brand new people. This is my greatest recommendation for brand new people. By the way, Hunter, as far as pickleball goes later today, Dan said no, Nick hasn't responded, and Baker said no. So I don't have a fourth. If there's a fourth person you can bring, hopefully moderately athletic, because last time was hard, man. It just like we were all struggling. If there's a fourth person you can bring, we can play doubles, but we have a court reserved, 3 people down, me, you, Andrew, but I don't have that other person. So you need to bring that, hopefully, if you can find somebody. I don't know. Okay. So here's how I would start. Let's pick Memphis. Memphis is a very desirable wholesale market. I'm going to put in oh, you might have to bail. Okay, that's fine. It doesn't work even if we don't have a fourth. So yeah, bail McGee, of course. Okay, so it's I'm going to do minimum 200, maximum maybe 300,000, and I'm filtering for flipped houses at this point. So I'm going to look for a flipped house, and this one's flipped. Yeah, that's a flip. Okay, so somebody flipped this property, right? I'm not after this property. I'm just using it to indicate where fix and flips may be. Is my screen share working? I'm sharing my screen on Discord, guys. So the link is in my bio if you want to join that. So what I would do is I'd look up this flipped address. What type of buyer are you looking for? Fix and flipper. It's going to take that flipped address and find other people who have flipped other properties around it. This doesn't look like a very popular flipping area. Let's expand the radius to 6 miles to find a more popular flipping area, to uncover more investors. Oh, okay, yeah. So now we see where the flips are, pretty much anywhere but here. So this guy actually kind of flipped in a bad area. So if we scroll down here, and honestly,
I'm going to use this deal on Tracy Street as an example because I own it and I can tell you more about it. But check this out. So 16176 Tracy Street in Detroit, Michigan. Fix and flipper definitely works in Memphis. No problem with Memphis. I can just tell you more about the situation since this is actually one that I own. And we're talking to the actual flipper of the property while looking for other flippers. So check this out. You see this woman Ariel right here who showed up within this buyer's list. Ariel probably makes around $1 million a year flipping houses. And I don't know who Ariel is. I genuinely have no idea who she is. But if I look at Ariel and I click on her information here and I scroll down, well, I can see that she's done a lot of flips here. In fact, 12 this year, 12 fix and flips this year. So Ariel acquired, this thing just sold for her in June. So she's ready to buy another one, right? She bought this thing for $81K in February of 2026. And in June of 2026, she sold it for $260,000. Look how many others she's doing this year too. Isn't that crazy? So she's a big, big, big flipper. I looked up this address on PropStream to understand her level of work and how good she is. And check this out. She's not just a flipper. She's crushing it. If you look at this property, which she renovated, I want to show you the kitchen. Look at that kitchen. This is the quality of work that Ariel does. This is what she puts together. And I don't know about you, but that is a stunning, stunning kitchen. I think I honestly think it's great. You put some plants there. You've got the perfect mix of like warm and dark colors. I looked at her bathroom, the way that she did up her bathroom. Stunning. Like this little gold mirror right here, the brushed gold, the modern light fixtures that are kind of Art Deco modern. Even the countertops, even the tile here, everything she's done is it's just great. She put hardwood on the ceiling in one of the bedrooms. It's unbelievable. She's custom level of rehab. Look at the wallpaper that she did. Fantastic. It's just, she's done an unbelievable renovation on this property. So this is the type of flipper you want to have in your network. She's flipping upwards of 12 houses per year. Check it out, 12 this year. And she's flipped 21 houses in this area. We've got her LLC here, Craft One Enterprise LLC, and we've also got a cell phone number for her here. If we copy this cell phone number just to find out if it's a real or fake phone number, and we throw it into our iPhone. You have an iPhone?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh shit, my camera froze in the weirdest position too. Let me go ahead and fix that. Sorry guys, that'll come back on in just a moment here. Check this out though. This iPhone hack is insane. Yeah, sorry about that guys. I don't know when it freezes because I can't see it. Come on, work camera. There we go. Okay. You see how that phone number is blue? Right.
It means they have an iPhone.
Not just that. If it were a random collection of phone numbers or a disconnected phone number, it would be green. So right. It's that much more likely to actually be Lisa, and we can give her a call. So I'm going to give her a call, and I'm just going to say, hey, what stunning work you did on Pembroke Avenue. I'm going to say, hey, I'm sorry for the random call. I'm flipping in Detroit right now. I saw your flip on Pembroke Ave in Detroit. This is absolutely stunning. Could I please send you more deals? And that's what I'm going to say to her. And this is my highest and best recommendation to you. Why? Well, instead of having to wait in line to speak to me and ask me whether or not I like your deal or what to do or what's your next step, let's say you get this thing under contract in Detroit, right? This is a deal I got shown today. Let's say you get it under contract, right? Let's say you don't get it under contract. Let's say you just find the deal. You can text Ariel and you can be like, yo, what do you think about this? Like, what's your feedback? Right. And she'll tell you what she thinks. And you can essentially be her little deal finder. And her lenders, you know how we talked to a private money lender today? Private money lenders pay assignment fees, no problem. Any assignment fee, they'll pay it. So she doesn't even have to pay you for you to find her good deals. Her lender pays entire purchase, entire renovation. She doesn't have to do anything for it at her stage because she's such a damn good flipper. She's much better flipper than I am. I thought I produced a nice product. Oh, hell no. Her product is genuinely stunning, and I aspire to get to her level one day. I'd love to meet whoever this is and interview her about her process. But all of these checks come from lenders, and her lender will just pay you. So I would get in contact with somebody like that. In fact, I'm going to try to call her right now and see if we can talk to her. But having a couple buyers like that on your network, dude, that's how you become powerful.
I was looking at an address in Detroit. I wonder if you could look it up right now and see if it's a good deal. I'll give you the address. It's 16155 Trinity Street.
I'm under contract to flip that house, bro.
Really?
It's an
That caught my eye.
It's an
It-
excellent flip. Yeah. Trinity's dude. Trinity is a peak flip. This is
That's
peak.
crazy that you're under contract. That's cool.
We need to do an addendum to extend it because we had some lender issues. But yeah, Chris and I are picking this up. Oh, it's peak. Oh my God. Yeah. So your identification is on point, dude. That's a stunning flip. Stunning neighborhood, stunning ARV comps. Exactly the type of shit I would buy because we are buying it. Sorry, I'm active in Detroit, but I'm
on the right path then.
Yes, you're on the right path. You just need some buyers so that I'm not your bottleneck. But let me text Ariel. I don't want to be off-putting with her with a random call because maybe she won't like that. So I'm gonna text her. I'm gonna say, hey, I saw your flip on Pembroke Avenue. One of the most stunning renovations I've ever seen in Detroit. Are you still buying distressed properties for fix and flip? I'm actually going to ask to interview her. Public record is saying you do 10 plus flips a year. I run a channel on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube with I'd love to interview you about your process. My name is Richard Taylor, and maybe we can get her as a buyer for Hold My Hand Wholesale. Sorry for the random text. So hopefully she gets back to us because she's an excellent buyer, and I bet she'll buy shitty houses off you guys too. So I'd love to add her to our network, but I just found her on Buy Box Cartel. In fact, she's one of the first that came up. There's only one person ahead of her who's done 12 this year. I guess Terrence has also done 12 this year, but you know, all these people you see here are buyers. So what I would do if I'm a beginner in this group is I'd take the courses, but then I'd get 5 buyers in one area and call that your area. It doesn't have to be Detroit, doesn't have to be Memphis. It could be Denver, Colorado, right? Who's stopping you from wholesaling in Denver, Colorado? So I just sent her a text, and we'll see if she gets back to me. I'm going to see if the message delivered. Check it out. Delivered. That's a real person. So I would say 90% chance that it actually is her or somebody affiliated with the business, but I'm gonna add her to my contacts. Detroit flipper. Hopefully we can talk to her because I'd love to. Somebody to network with, even valuable to me at this stage. But yeah, I'm gonna text this person. Did the contract come through? Should be in your email, might be in spam. All right. We'll talk to the next person. Anyways, M Forbes, anything else I can help you out with?
For now, that's amazing. You're a rock star. Thank you so much for the help and your time, and I really appreciate everything. Thank you.
Huge. Absolutely. We'll talk soon. Catch you later. Next is going to be Jesse 11 with a portfolio in Detroit. Tell me about it, Jesse. What's going on?
Yeah, it's New Year's Eve.
Got it. Where are you calling out of today, Jesse?
From Asia.
From Asia? Where are you?
Yeah, in Carrier.
I'm sorry, where?
In Cairo, Egypt.
Oh, I thought you said Asia. You said Egypt. Oh, so you're,
Oh,
you're
yeah, Egypt.
do you know Yusuf, or are y'all just from the same city? It's a big city.
Yeah, it's a big city.
Oh, wow. So you must have saw us talking about people doing deals out of Cairo, and you're like, wait, I could do that.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Well, let's see what you have. So you've got this one on Richton. Cool. Rented for 1,400 and rented for, whoa, agreed on 163. Whoa, okay. So that's probably a great cash on cash. Let me check this. So is Richton's a duplex, right?
Yeah. 1 year is big.
Okay. Looking at it, looks really clean on the inside. I want to get a view of your roof on the street view, as the roof is a big factor here. So I'm going to check your roof. I just want to see how old that is. It doesn't mean that the buyer wouldn't pick it up. It would just mean that the buyer would want a concession on the roof just in case there's any issues. So I'm going to see if I can find your deal. You've got the little, yeah, that's got to be it right there. Huh. Hard to say about the roof. I don't really know. Not really sure what your roof looks like. Don't really have any photos of the side of the house. Did the realtor mention anything about the roof?
No, I think it's a flip. It's pretty new.
It does look beautiful. It does look stunning. Sometimes they don't renovate the roof when they flip these properties, but yes, it's in nice looking condition. And it's tenant occupied. So how much is Richton bringing in right now?
This 1 year, 1 year is occupied at 1,400. So when it's fully occupied, it will be 28.
I'm sorry, you said?
Yeah, 1 unit is occupied at 1,400.
At 1,400, and then, oh, great, and 1 unit's vacant. Oh, nice, really high rent. Cool, 1,400. And is that Section 8 or long-term rent?
It's a long term.
Long term, very, very good. Cool. And then you can get that under contract at what price?
163, and the other one, it's actually a package for 280.
Okay. Taxes and insurance are going to be kind of crazy high on this, but you say, oh, it's a package for 280. So we can do two.
Yeah. Yeah, there are two properties. You have the address for the other one.
Interesting. Is Eureka a single family?
Yeah.
Single family rented for 1,250. Okay. And then what price is that at?
58.
58, so we could sell it for 65. We'd have to sell it for 65. And so here's what's up on Eureka. On Eureka, it looks to be good enough. Well, let me see that roof really quickly. Hard to say. It looks to be in good enough condition. The only issue I'm running into on Eureka is that we have to sell it for 65K. The reason we have to sell it for 65 and not 60 or 62 is because funding for rental properties is hard to come across on amounts below 65, and even hard to come across on 65K. So it's a little bit, you can't really get a mortgage below 65K for a 30-year mortgage, which is kind of hard. Kind of an interesting nuance there. So I'm glad we're talking about that. But beyond that, the rent of $1,250 doesn't correspond well to your rent of, to your purchase price of 65K. So for example here, we had another student out of also Cairo, Egypt, do this deal. And this is actually closing this week for a $4,000 assignment fee. He got it for 60, buyer's paying 65, and we have a tenant in place at $1,400 a month. So the price of 65K to hit a 25% or 20% cash on cash return with the high taxes we see in Detroit is usually around $1,300 to $1,400. So if you guys can get a house for 60K that we can assign for 65 in great condition, and the property is going to be rented or probably is rented for $1,300 or $1,400, you've got yourself a deal. So that's why this one was a deal, but only a 4K fee on this. So I would say that one's rent is a little low and it has to be at that price for financing reasons. However, the other one you sent me is very interesting. Richton is I like that. Still question on the roof. Don't really know what the roof looks like, but one unit rented for 1,400 shows evidence, and it's very, very high rent. To get 1,400 for a unit in Detroit is stunning. It's excellent, and I just need to run your cash on cash return, but I'm pretty sure you're going to be good to go.
Yeah, but yeah, do you think when it's a package deal, do you think it's working for Eureka?
I would remove Eureka. Eureka doesn't look to be in as good as condition as Richton. I would love to just do Richton.
Okay, my next problem is that we have he needs a pre-approval, so I sent him a proof of funds.
I have
he wants
it.
a pre-approval.
I just DM'd you my pre-approval letter. There you go.
Oh, perfect. Okay. Right, but I got a discount for 3K over the 58 for Eureka or for both of them together. So that would be like 280 for both. So the cash and cash return would be at 30%. So you think it's working or it's this number?
I can't pair Eureka with Richton. Richton's a great deal. Eureka's like, your cash on cash at it's just my buyers aren't going to be excited about a 65K house that looks like it might need a little bit of exterior work with a tenant in place for $1,200. That it's just they're looking for closer to $1,400 on a 65K property, just like the one I just showed you on Glenfield. So Eureka isn't one that I think makes a lot of sense to this particular buyer. Maybe it makes sense to other buyers. I just think that we can get 65K houses rented out for a little bit more than that in our experience. However, Richton, I can't get more than 1,400. That's as good as it gets. 1,400 per side on Richton is perfect. So what I'd love for you to do is see if you can contract Richton individually.
Okay, and Eureka is on a month to month. Do you think it makes a difference?
Not really. No. It also kind of comes down to just the way that it looks. Kind of lets us know on the exterior, just the exterior. This photo has been enhanced with AI, but if we look at the exterior, it just looks a little bit janky. You're missing a little bit of gutter in some places. You can see that the siding's a little bit wonky in some areas. So I love how clean your other one is. When we're selling to this buyer, I just really like how clean this property is. So this second one you sent me here, this is really clean. Like that looks great. I don't see any immediate issues. The roof is a question. It looks a little bit smooth to me. But this is it just looks a lot cleaner than the other one. The other one looks like, I don't know, it's fine. It looks fine, but just a little bit, I don't know. It's got a vibe to it. The roof looks a little older. But anyways, and then the rent is an issue too. The rent, you'd need a tenant in place at $1,350, $1,400 for us to move it at that price. So I like the second one. The cash flow makes a lot of sense to me. I'm going to tell you what price to contract the second one at. I'm not really sure right now. Give me one moment. So you added at 158. I'm going to imagine our buyer pays 165 for a $7,000 fee. Let's say 168, $10,000 fee. Down payment 33.6. Then interest rate will be 7%. Monthly payment 894. 2,800. We're going to take off. I think we could take off 15%. You already have a tenant in place. And then we're going to subtract the monthly payment here. I'll share my screen on this process for you to figure out why. It won't show the address. But your monthly payment on the buyer paying 168, that would be a 10K fee from 158, would be 894. I'm going to take your rent and I'm going to take 15% off the top and I'm going to subtract the 894. Taxes and insurance in Detroit are absurdly high right now. $550 for taxes on a property like this, and then insurance on this would probably be around like $140. So you can expect to make this much per month, which means per year you can expect to make about this much. And the total cost of buying this deal is 33 plus 10 for closing costs, 43. 43,600. Which puts your cash on cash return at 22%, which is something they would go for. So I think 168K is something that they would buy it at, probably the max that they'd buy it at. It would be awesome if you could lock this up for 150K or maybe 160K maximum.
Okay, thanks.
Absolutely. And guys, here's the creative offer oven. Click file, make a copy, and it will be usable. But yeah, guys, cash on cash return is important, but what's more important on a rental property, if you're not doing creative finance, is condition. Condition is king on these properties. That's how we were able to close. And if you want to see one that just closed, guys, to understand the condition of it, this is what we're looking for. Check it out. And not all properties need to look like this. Remember, it differs. Like if it's this buyer buying rental properties, condition is important. However, if it's a creative finance deal, condition is less important. And if it's a fix and flip, we don't care about condition, right? So there's nuances. Mr. Pam, I heard that we got signed contract from seller. Pam, are you in the chat with us? Apparently seller signed. Absolutely, Bruce. Here to help, man. Mr. Pam, come on up, Pam. Come on up, Mr. Pam. I'm going to call Pam. Just a sec, guys.
Yo.
Oh, there he is. There he is. Hey, seller signed that contract?
Yep, I'm downloading it now. I can send it to you on Discord.
Perfect. And then we'll go ahead and get that assigned. Somebody says, can you repeat? Yeah. Fix and flip, we don't care about condition. Rental property bought with a DSCR loan, we really care about condition. Rental property with creative finance, we don't care about condition. I'm going to FaceTime my dispositions manager and let her know about Mike's deal because I think we can sell that to somebody. So Shell, Mike, I don't know why we didn't talk to Shell. Shell can move that. See if she's still working. I doubt she's still working. It's a little bit late. Guys, I started House of the Dragon. I finished Game of Thrones. First 3 episodes are good. It's good. So locked. Happy to review it now. Closing next week. Cool. We've been talking. Well, let me just give her a nudge. Mike, what's that address? 269 or 274? It's 274, right? $274. Yeah, that's right. Let me just hit her up about that. Yo, 36% cash on cash return triplex that I have with Mike. We what do you have it at, Mike? I was going for like a 12K fee. What was that?
Yes, brother. Let me triple check. Sorry, I was not right. I think it's like 133.
So I think I was sending it for 147.
Yes, sir. You were.
So that's 269, 26 or 27.
Sorry, we have it at 134.
134, and we're going to sell that for 147 for 13 racks. Okay. 147,000 gets it to 36%. It's already occupied, and it's a triplex at the University of Akron. So you'll never not have tenants. 147 gets us 13K. Gets us 13,000. Yeah, so I feel like Shell's the one to move this thing.
Thanks again, Pam. Appreciate you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So trying to sell for 147,000, and then we'll turn that yellow because it's not quite sold yet. And then we just got the contract from Pam. Pam just sent me the contract. I'm going to grab that. Audit signed. What is audit signed? There's that. What's audit signed? I don't know what audit signed means.
Okay. Boom. Unbelievable. Unbelievable that we got that done in such a short period of time. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Hold on, I'm dropping the PSA in the chat. Bear with me, bear with me. Signed PSA. And then we'll say, Clarissa, here is signed PSA. We are ready to close. Here is signed PSA, comma, we are ready to close. All right. Huge. Okay, next, and guys, if you have any duplexes in Detroit or Cleveland or St. Louis, send them here. I'm making calls to my buyer right now. I can probably move them. Fillable purchase and sale agreement. You can find that under contracts in www.hmhw.group. But remember, Rob, most of your contracts come from the realtor. Realtor does most of your contracts, so you don't really have to fill that out unless it's creative finance. Our creative finance contract is also in hashtag contracts right here. Oh, we archived that, so it's just on the website. Duplex in Cleveland, excellent. All right, we'll talk in just a sec, man. Richard, has Richard done a call today? I want to see him in action. Oh, dude, I closed a wholesale deal start to finish. I took a cold seller from a signed contract, pulled a buyer out of the audience, assigned it to that buyer for $3K, and now the deal's in closing with my transaction coordinators. So physics, I would go on YouTube and I would watch this stream when I upload it because it's some of my best work ever. Okay, so Facundo Torres, what's going on, dog?
Hey, what's up, Rich? How you doing?
Great today, man. How are you?
I'm doing great. Actually, I do have a duplex in Cleveland. Its numbers are really good. I got it with a 50K discount. It's renovated. I will send you the address to DMs. Oh, I already did. It's under contract. It's 1887 Lamson Road.
Oh, perfect. Great.
It's fully occupied. It's bringing in around $2,700 a month with Section 8 tenants. It's really good. I'm already working on it with Ashley, but since you sell it in 5 minutes, I figured it was worth bringing this to you.
Happy to look, man. Do you have the wholesale disclosure signed on this?
Yeah, I do.
Nice. Nice. Okay. Well, the windows are new. And I can see the bathrooms are new and the interior is new, so it's fully flipped. Vacant or occupied?
It's fully occupied.
Beautiful.
It's bringing, around 2,700.
Yo, thank you so much, dude. Appreciate that. 2,700. Wow, great. Talk to me about your price.
I got this for 150.
Bro, I might be able to make you 20 racks.
It's good, man.
Dude, that's heat. It's listed at 200, guys. Wow, 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 wow. Excellent. The only question I have about this is the age of our roof, which I don't know anything about. Do you know anything about the roof?
Yeah, it's about 10 years old.
Okay. That's okay. These are usually last a while. Thank you so much, dude. Appreciate that. I'm checking your roof to see. I can't see it. So we'll just have to take their word for it. Wow. So this is an unbelievable deal. What a stunning win. Love this. Love this. I'm gonna run your cash on cash right now and see what the max we could dude. I think I'm gonna go for $18,000 on this, dude. So 168K puts us at $894 per month. That's the same price you talked about with that other woman's deal. And you are tenants in place for what was it again?
Actually, let me pull up real quick. It's 2662. The exact.
Okay, I'm going to take off 15% because it's occupied. I'm going to subtract your monthly payment of $894. 894. And that's going to bring us here. And then taxes and insurance, probably no more than 450. We'll do, I think we'll say 500 just to be very safe, but it probably won't be that high. 868 monthly, yearly 10,424. Total cost of acquiring at 168 is 43,600. Cash on cash return comes out to 24%. Yeah, we can probably get 18 racks on this, dude. Amazing work. Amazing work. Is this with my team too?
Yeah.
Dude, this
is already working on it.
This is great. I'll probably be able to get you a walkthrough on this maybe in the next 4 days or so, 3 or 4 days. But I think I'm gonna have a buyer right now.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
Stunner just came through. Beautiful deal. Fully occupied duplex, Cleveland, Ohio. $50,000 discount off of list price. Listed for 200, bro got it for 150K. It's unbelievable. New siding, new windows, 10-year-old roof, rest of the property fixed and flipped. Tenants in place at 2,662, available for you guys at 168 right now. So we got you guys at, it is a 6.2 with 2,700 square feet. You're cash flowing at 24% cash on cash return. You're $32,000 below list price, and the thing appears to be renovated. So this is a.
I just got the phone with a buyer that is looking to buy there now, so this might be right up his alley.
Perfect. So yeah, this is a stunner. I'm gonna send this to you in Slack. I'm gonna send it to you on text. Anywhere else you'd like me to put it?
Just Slack and text, and then just what's the name of it? Just so I can see my mind.
It's Lampson.
Lampson. Okay, thank you.
Lampson. I'm sending this over to you. Wow, crazy timing. You have somebody?
Yeah, no, I literally just got the phone like half hour ago. He's already a client of ours buying other areas because I'm really wanting to go to Cleveland more, rent ready, multifamily duplex. So perfect.
Under contract right now. So yeah, let's go ahead and make this happen.
Awesome. Appreciate that. Thank you.
Absolutely. Talk soon.
See you.
Yo, crazy timing, bro. Crazy timing. Are you kidding me, bro? I just pitched him an $18,000 fee, bro. That's crazy work. Holy, oh my God. What is bro netting off that? 10? 18,000 times 0.6, 10.8, bro, 11. That's 11 racks for you. That's crazy work. Where are you out of, by the way? I forget. Are you in the US or are you elsewhere?
No, I'm from Argentina.
Are you
Buenos Aires?
Are you in Buenos Aires right now?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm doing this virtually. I've never been to the States, honestly.
How much people make per year in Buenos Aires? I have no idea.
Let's say something like 14,000 maybe.
14 racks?
Like
so more than Cairo, but dude, so this is kind of like earning a minimum wage job, but for the entire year up front if you get 11 off this.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Oh, that's crazy money. That's crazy money over there. That's like a year's income in a single deal. Well, great, man. I'm gonna send this over to him right now, and let's talk to you tomorrow. Can you go to your agent and ask when we can walk the property?
Yeah, sure. They need like a time.
24 hours notice.
I don't know it 24 hours, but they told me like they needed to schedule it for the next week because the seller has to be there too. I don't know why. And the seller also has to give the tenants like the notice. And but yeah, we can do it for sure.
Crazy. Thomas, that is an elite meme right there. Look at that meme. That's elite. Do you know why the cat looks like that? There's an interesting history to why the cat looks like that. They're trying to say something without saying it. That's fascinating. Wow. What a high level historic meme. Do you get it, Facundo Torres? Is it registering?
Yeah, there's some stuff going on these days that we are like racist, but that's not true.
I think so. I think this was Argentina, but after World War II ended, is it? I don't know. I think I heard this somewhere. I don't know if it's real, but after World War II ended, I heard that a ton of Nazis escaped their trials for justice and they ran to Argentina and they hid there. So you guys have a ton of white people who are
historic Germans who live there now, and their families just essentially escaped justice and fled to Argentina and hid there.
Yeah, that's true. And there's a rumor that Hitler like died here.
Yeah, we don't know if that's true though. That might be bullshit. That's so interesting, guys. Wow. I saw that cat and I was like, yo, that cat kind of looks like. That's okay though. Anyways. Let's go ahead and get this over. Wow, this is great, man. This is great. Excellent deal. Yeah, so some people just know exactly what we're looking for, and this is exactly what we're looking for. You hit the discount, you hit the location. I love that you're in Ohio. You're doing this in Ohio from Argentina, and you convinced the realtor to sign the wholesale disclosure. Insane.
Yeah, exactly.
With English as a second language, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Dude, what a killer.
Actually, they've been very nice to me, so
some of them are. Some of them are horrible, and some of them are excellent. That's excellent, dude. Have you done any properties in Houston? I own in Houston, yeah. Okay, so Lamson, we just pitched 168,000. Tenants in place at, what was it, 2,662?
Yep, exactly.
2731 square feet. And then we're looking at 6 beds, 2 baths. Wow, bro. Virtual fist bump from Portland to Argentina. What an absolute win. Last time we closed with this guy was like 3 days ago. So dude, I'm gonna say this. The only hurdles we have to get over are your inspection, but it looks to be really good. And then if something comes back in inspection, we might have to reduce our assignment fee a little bit. Or get a concession with the seller. A concession is like, hey, we inspected the property and found out that your roof isn't 10 years old, it's 30 years old, which is okay. We'll still close on it, but we need a 5% concession for the roof. That won't necessarily happen, but I just want to prep you because that is a very common situation that we find in an inspection.
Okay, sounds good.
Absolutely. I'm going to send it to his TC as well. Quade's TC. Hey, new deal. Just told Quade about it. Is this Section 8 or is this long-term?
Section 8.
Occupied Section 8 duplex.
Yeah, both ways. For the end of the
Tenants in place at 2662, you said?
Yep. The upper unit is rented for 1412 and the other one for 1250.
Thanks for bringing this guy up, guys. Sorry I didn't see your comment. And then I'm going to post this in the group as well. I'm just sending this to everybody, and we'll definitely talk tomorrow because I think we'll have you paired with a client by then. Wow, what amazing, amazing work. At Eliza, and then at Quade, $32,000 below list price. Fully occupied Section 8 duplex in Cleveland. Freshly renovated, I hear. And then address, 6 beds / 2 baths / 2,700 square feet. And then price is 168,000, 25% cash on cash return. Unbelievable. Beautiful. This is perfect. I have no tips for you. No tips. You know exactly what we're looking for, and this is it. And I love that you did this in Cleveland, getting past the wholesale disclosure. It's phenomenal. And you should be proud of yourself, dude. Really good work.
Thank you so much, Rich.
Absolutely. I'm going to bring you up tomorrow. Tomorrow, remind me to bring up FACCUNDO Torres. Okay. 1C. I didn't think I could say that to Siri. Mr. Torres. Okay. I didn't. I was like, I don't know if Siri's gonna understand that name. But we got you there, and then I actually need to make sure that we set that at 2 p.m. I don't think I set a time. Tomorrow at 1:45 p.m. Remind me to bring up Facundo Torres. Oh, it did know your name. Good. Okay. Travis, Mortgage Takeover, what's going on? You know,
Here in Oklahoma.
you called my listing agent for a flip I did in Oklahoma, and she called me and asked about you, and I put in a good word.
Yeah, thank you. She was actually very helpful. Yeah, we did take a look at a few fix and flip deals here in OKC.
She's great.
Nothing. She is fantastic. Thank you for connecting her. But yeah, they didn't pan out. Unfortunately, the house was too much of work compared to the ARVs over here.
Yeah, that's okay. I mean, that happens, man. But yeah, that's Megan, and she did a great job with my house there.
Yeah, but when did you get into pickleball? By the way, when did you get bit by the bug?
Oh, that's a great question. About 2 weeks ago, my editor Andrew, maybe 3 weeks ago, my editor Andrew was like, "Let's go play some pickleball," and I was like, "Okay, cool." And I crushed the first time I was there. I was like, "Wow, this is actually great." It just clicked really quick because I play ping pong and badminton. It's kind of a hybrid between the two. And man, when I'm in, you live in, no, you don't live in San Diego, but I met you in San Diego. What were you doing in San Diego?
Yeah, I met you at the meetup at Republic, and then I was playing at a pickleball court down there earlier before we met up.
Oh, cool. Do you live in San Diego?
No, I'm in Orange County.
Oh, okay.
I'm by Thomas Allen.
Oh, cool. Shit, Thomas keeps telling me we need to meet up, and then every time I'm there, he's like AFK. But yeah, man, I'd love to play some pickleball. I'll bring my paddle.
Yeah, Mora plays too. Okay, he wants to play too.
Damn, yeah, shit. That would be super, super fun. Well, okay, cool. Let me see your deal, man.
Well, actually, it just went under contract. I'll type it in the chat here. It's 1615 Baltimore Ave, Muskogee, Oklahoma. Yeah, so I knew I was coming out to OKC. I know we had a one-on-one. I talked about it, but apparently I reached out to Jeff A, and he's looking to pick up some sub twos. And this one came across. I actually did the email template to this realtor. He didn't get back to me until I was here, Richard. I sent that email at the beginning of August.
Dude, wild.
As you can see, it's been on market for 170 days, and the seller had a divorce, no longer living in the property. The property's been vacant for like 6 months, so we're getting it down for basically what Jeff is buying it for $8,000 down, all in, with a trust acquisition, and he already found a homesteader buyer to pay $15,000 down payment for.
No
it. So
way. No way. You've already sold it.
Yeah.
Wow, great work. So you're getting $8,000 off this.
Well, no, Jeff is going to be the buyer for it, so he's in for 8.
So he's giving you the 8, and he's already found a buyer for 15.
That's correct.
Unbelievable work, dude. Great job. How does that feel?
Amazing. It still works, man.
It still works, but cheap properties is much better because they cash flow.
Exactly. Well, not traditional sense. That's why I have had the homestead buyer, but yes.
Oh, so it must rent for like 1,100 or 1,000.
Exactly.
Got you. Well, dude, yeah, cheap. I love these cheap properties. I literally just did what you did, but for $3,000.
Yeah. Good stuff, Rich. Well, I appreciate it. Still going on these mortgage takeovers.
Absolutely. Great work, dude. Wow. And then I'm just going to put these two in a group chat really quick. Insane clip just now. Sold deal for $18,000. Call starts 15 min ago. Guy lives in Argentina. Wow.
And then we're going to do one more clip, Andrew and Max Deer. Hey, Max. I have something insane for you to put in the group. I called a seller. Cold called a seller. Got them to agree to $0 down. They signed the contract. Then I sold it live for $3K down, all within 1 hour, all recorded on my Sony. At Andrew will get this to you. It's the best call clip we'll ever see. Okay, well, that's insane. I'm going to make a video about that house tomorrow. Tomorrow at 9 a.m., remind me to make video about Jacksonville house. Okay, one more question, then I'm out of here. Wholesale engineer, what's going on, dog?
Basically, I got in contact with a seller earlier today, got agreed on a price, and then when I brought up the wholesale disclosure, they basically said they don't want to do that, and they'd work with me if I have a buyer, but they don't want to go under contract for whatever reason.
No problem. Where is this house?
Cleveland, Ohio.
Great. Yeah. So you do need to do that. And when you bring up the wholesale disclosure, rather than, hey, I need you to sign this, I'm wholesaling this. Hey, I'm setting up a new LLC and it hasn't been set up yet. I'm going to set this up when we're signed, and then I'm going to assign it to this LLC. But you have to sign this document in order for me to do that.
Well, now that he already knows.
Well, you can't take it back, but that's how we approach it initially. So
well, I was curious if there's a way for us together to salvage this deal.
Yes,
Because
yes.
well, first I could tell you,
Absolutely.
the numbers. I don't have it under contract, so should I be saying the address or shouldn't worry about that?
DM it to me, but I'm going to show you something really quickly here. When I went under contract to buy this property, I bought it under GT Properties. I signed the contract under GT Properties Group, which is my holding company. Then I set up an LLC for this called Tacoma Street LLC, which you guys can see in my bank account under POF. So if you click on the POF, you'll see that one of my accounts is called Tacoma Street LLC. I contracted under GT Properties Group, and then I assigned the contract to Tacoma Street LLC to flip the house, and I created a bank account for that LLC as well.
Do you do that with every deal?
No, not every deal, but I do it sometimes, and other buyers do it all the time too. So what you should say to that seller is, hey, my partner and I are going to create a new LLC. I'm going to pass it off to this LLC, but it's not created yet because we're not under contract. Can you sign this? I'm not allowed to do that unless you sign this.
Okay, that makes sense.
And they would never say no. They'll never say no. Now, as far as
this is also for sale by seller, by the way.
Of course, but that's
by owner. I mean.
It's a real scenario. It's a real scenario that actually happens.
For sure.
And there's no difference between doing that and assigning it to your end buyer. They wouldn't know. Why do they not know? Because an LLC can have 100 members, and you never know who's in an LLC. Yeah. So that's how you
post closing, like on the statements. Or?
No, they see that it's been assigned, but they're not going to actually see that because a closing statement is like 50 pages long. It's like a stack of paper. If I buy houses on this live stream from time to time, and if you've ever seen the notary come over, there's like 1 million documents to sign. So I'm not like, I can't. There's just too much. So that's how I'd pitch that assignment thing. Now, to undo the issue that you're in now, where they don't want to do that, they said if you already had a buyer, no problem. Go to buyboxcartel.com. Let's grab a hypothetical address in Cleveland, Ohio. Hell, let's grab the one that we just did with this guy right here, right?
I wanted to DM you the address just so you could see the numbers, because I don't know, but I'm having trouble with the assumptions for like insurance and taxes. Like Zillow will have one number, but then sometimes I see you like
I got you.
Or sometimes
I got you. Right. Yeah, Zillow lies a lot, so I sometimes manipulate it. So what I would do if I were you, and I'll review the numbers on your deal before we go today. I'm throwing this into Buybox Cartel like this. It's hunting, it's searching, it's thinking.
It's going to find me all the Section 8 buyers in this area. Watch how many there are. You're going to be kind of floored. So we let it think. You can't even see the ground. There's so many Section 8 buyers, you can't even see the ground from a wide angle. It's just unbelievable how popular Section 8 is in this market. So these buyers, let's scroll down. This guy owns 36 properties. To confirm that that's the case, I'm going to grab the address, I'm going to throw it into PropStream, and I'm going to look at his linked properties. Check this out. This individual has a very cool and casual portfolio of $11 million.
Mm-hmm.
This is a potential buyer for a deal like yours, right? This is the type of person we want to have in our network. Summer House Projects LLC, living in California. So this guy lives in Southern California. He has a he has an 8-figure real estate portfolio, and he's buying left and right. And we add this person to our buy. We go back to Buy Box Cartel, and we can unlock his cell phone number. If we copy and paste this phone number into our iPhone, we can see if it's blue. It looks like he's from Asia, so perhaps he has an Android because that's the dominant phone over there. But yeah, it looks like, oh no, it is blue. He has an iPhone, so that's his actual phone number. So I could, so I could text somebody like this, and I'm going to text him and say, "Are you still buying in Cleveland? I have some."
I just want to make sure I actually ran the numbers properly. So
Yeah, we will do that in just a second. I'm just texting this buyer because I want his info.
yeah.
I have some awesome Section 8 turnkey properties I'm looking to offload. So I just texted him. Sorry for the random text. I pulled your info amongst other, amongst other buyers off public record. My name is Richard Taylor. Okay, so we're just gonna, I'm gonna say massive Cleveland Section 8 buyer. So I had to shoot him a text because he got 11 million in real estate. Now, as far as the numbers of your deal, I'll go ahead and check that right now to see if it's even worth salvaging. Would you mind DM?
I don't have access to your DMs because we didn't accept.
Oh, sorry.
And I actually was messaging someone with a spammy name
Ooh.
originally. So
Yeah, be careful with that. They really want to take your money. So yeah, DM me now. I just sent you a message.
Good for you.
Is that working?
Yeah, got it.
Got it. Now let me see. So fix and flip or rental?
I'll send you the price that I can see verbally accepted, but then didn't want to.
Bear with me for one moment, guys. I'm going to check this out. I just need to grab this lender information really quick. I'm trying to get that private money loan set. Okay, sorry about that. So checking out your deal. I'm looking at it. Rental property, right?
Yeah, it's not. I think it's vacant. I'm pretty sure. I mean, obviously the listing says like potential for 1,200 per unit, but I didn't use that number to underwrite. was more conservative, probably like 1,000, even though the Section 8 like website said it's probably 1,100 each, but went with 1,000 each just for
Yeah, cash
underwriting.
on cash is going to be great. Question is condition.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to get under contract, so I get someone there, and actually look at it.
It does look a little janky. Looks like you're missing some lights in areas, but the missing lights is not a problem. I'm just
Yeah,
it just
it looked livable.
yeah, it's livable. It
Like,
just looks
and not bad by any means.
it just looks kind of janky. Like as I look at this bathroom, I can see that there's like interesting gaps and such here. It just doesn't look like the rehab's like super nice. It looks fine. And then as I look at this like turquoise room, I'm like, oh, this is interesting. Not that turquoise is a problem, but I'm just like, you know, it's an interesting property and it might need some paint.
Yeah, I mean, there's still probably room to increase the property's value by doing some work at some point, but it's definitely livable and rentable as is, I think, based on what I see.
It is livable and rentable, but when a property, you know, when you're buying a property for rental purposes and you're using a loan to buy that property, the lender nitpicks things and says, fix this, fix this, fix this, fix this, fix this before they fund, which is not to say that somebody couldn't live in it and be just fine. They totally could. It's the lender in the Section 8 program as well. They nitpick conditions. So, you know, small little things are important here. Now, it doesn't look to be it doesn't look to be in terrible condition. I don't think it's in bad condition. I just can't really tell because the photos are blurry and there's not too many of them. I know your cash on cash return is going to be really high. What price are you considering getting this at?
I messaged you what he accepted verbally before the wholesale disclosure. It was 92.5.
92.5. Okay. Yeah. What I would do, because I don't have somebody off the top of my head for this, I think it does hit a great cash on cash return. What I would do is I would plug that into Buy Box Cartel, just as I did, and I would cold call some of those buyers of the big portfolios and see if they're buying more rental properties. You know, there's just so many of them in a 1 mile radius. It's just or a 6 mile radius here. If you were to go to a 10 mile radius, the amount of buyers that you're pulling up for an opportunity like this is just unbelievable.
How does that work if I don't have it under contract? And obviously the contract is what kind of protects me.
Well, you're not
wholesaler also, right?
You're not necessarily marketing the deal. You're calling to build connections. Hey, I saw you get a lot of properties in Cleveland. Are you guys still buying? I look for opportunities over there all the time. I'd love to be your bird dog. You know, look how many there are, right? This is unbelievable amount of opportunities for buyers in Cleveland, Ohio. Oh, my thing is lagging pretty bad right now. But yeah, I would say that you should cold call some buyers, not necessarily to sell this exact deal, but so that you have buyers, you can send them to the property and then you can contract this deal and then sell it to that buyer. Yeah. Yeah.
Do buyers will they go to the property before having it under contract?
For sure. No problem. Yeah, I do.
And
I
they
do
will
that.
try like going around you, like they know I'm getting a deal on it, obviously. So like
I can't speak for I can't speak for all buyers. But I will say if they're a true buyer, their best interest is to preserve their relationship with you so that you can keep sending them discounted properties.
And is there any issue like saying I know of a seller who's trying to sell and I could get it at a price? Not
I
that
wouldn't-
I have it or anything, like not marketing it.
I wouldn't pitch that opportunity. I'd say, hey, I find opportunities like this all the time. And then the next day I'd call them and be like, yo, I got one. Then they're like, oh shit, she's locked in.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
That's how I'd handle it. Just hypotheticals at first and then show them a real deal the next day. That's how you find that buyer to go check out the property. You could also check Facebook groups. Cleveland real estate Facebook investing groups are huge as well.
Yes. Okay. Cool.
Absolutely. All right. Talk soon. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
See ya. Now I got all these comments in TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. How do I start? I'm looking to start. I'm confused. I don't get it. The name of the program is called Hold My Hand Wholesale. It costs $20. The link has been in my bio for 4 years now. Just click the link in my bio, take our courses, show up to class. It'll all click. There's nothing I can say to you, even within a 30-minute meeting that is going to explain this in full. You simply need to show up to class, just like everything else, like school, you know? So yeah, Khalil, I gotta head out, man. I'm sorry. I'm tired. It's time for more snacks. I did not just do a thumbs down. My computer did that, but I think I can make the screen rain. Can it rain? Yeah, look at that. I can make it rain. Isn't that funny? Anyways, it's time for a wheel spin. We're going to spin the wheel, and everybody's talking about Quest cookies, so we're going to give away Quest cookies today. Quest cookies has been decided. I'm going to find a random trivia generator. I'm not rushing because I really have to pee. That's not what's happening. Let's see. Okay, here's our question. What are the names of Peter's 3 friends in Family Guy? What are the names of Peter's 3 friends in Family Guy? Cleveland Joe Quagmire, AW28, that's right. Quad Bob Cleveland. That's right, Pam. Quad Bob Cleveland. Quad Bob. Yeah, Cleveland Joe Quagmire. That's actually right. Or he wrote Quagmine, but we'll take it. That's right. All right, we're sending you some more We're sending you some more items, AW28. I think
It sounds good.
I feel like we already have your address somewhere.
I don't know. I don't think I've ever won anything that you sent to me. Everything has been either Venmo.
Do you live in Connecticut?
No, I live in Kentucky.
Okay, well maybe I don't have your information. Yes, DM me name, address, phone number, and we'll send you some cookies.
All right, sounds good.
These are actually you have an option. Would you like double chocolate chip, or white macadamia?
Chocolate chip probably.
Yeah, those are really good. I think they're amazing. With all the students, how many deals can your team actually handle? That's a great point. My team closes 15 to 25 per month, and many more get sent to us that don't get closed each month. And that's why it's important for you guys to build your own buyers list, as I've been talking about throughout this live stream.
Wait, what else did you need from me other than my address and phone number?
Just your legal name.
I sent it off.
Now it's saying a different area. It says it's in Fort Mitchell. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's the same thing.
Okay, I didn't know if that was.
Much.
All right. Well, your estimated time of delivery, Mr. Aiden, is going to be. Wait for it. They shall be there at Sunday, August 30th.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for playing. Guys, I'll catch you on the next one. I'm out of here. An unbelievable day. Crazy day. I'll catch you on the next one, guys. This is just heat. See you later, guys. Bye.